Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy-to-set-up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on top text and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento River Cats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your River Cats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
You know, I never understood the concept of guys saying, yeah, I have a work wife too. Now I'm starting to get it.
Oh, please.
Because I just got in trouble.
You had them at ABC.
I just got in trouble because Kayla can't find her Tumblr.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's my fault.
No,
Where's my Tumblr, Matt?
I said, do you think I left it
No, that's not.
downstairs?
No, there was not a question.
I don't know where it is.
She said
your laptop.
I lost it.
No, my Coug one.
Oh,
from
okay. I
yesterday.
thought that I was going to go and say.
I left
that's
it
so
when
funny.
we
my
went
shot water
downstairs
glass.
Okay.
to get your energy drink.
It was.
It was very accusatory. It was
No.
not, do you think? No, it was,
No.
I lost it when we went downstairs for your energy drink.
But there's nothing wrong with that we went and got your energy drink. Now, there is something wrong with my tumblers missing.
With your tumblers missing?
And
Or
now
your
I'm also
glasses
missing my
too?
glasses.
My glasses.
And I can't see my computer.
I can't see my computer. Oh, guess you got to zoom in and crop me
that's
out
exactly
again.
what I'm going to do. So if you have a problem with this today, just know it's because I don't have my glasses in here.
Anthony, were you here for the segment when I exposed her for, she literally zooms in so she can see her chat, but it crops out my side of the screen, so it's just her and her chat.
So
It
he
just
thought
looks-
I was just
It just looks like
just
she's
cropping
cropping
him
me
out.
Only the important stuff on screen.
Right.
Have you ever been cropped out of someone's profile picture?
I think that's acceptable.
You know what? That's a great. I just cropped someone out the other day, and not to make my profile picture, but to my good friend Teresa Walker. Shout out Teresa in Tennessee, the AP writer. She's retiring this year, and so I went and was trying to find a picture, and I found one that I really liked, but there's another person in it. Well, I cropped her out and just put T and I in it.
Oh, man. That poor person.
Nah.
You're not important enough for the photo.
Well, I mean, it just was a Teresa and I moment, you know.
It's just about us, not you.
Yeah.
Get
The
out of here.
profile picture is for the person whose profile it is. I've been cropped out multiple times. I crop people out.
But if you're like, it's like your
Anthony's
shoulders.
like, I do it.
Yeah.
It's like your shoulders and your face smiling, and then there's just some ghost arm hanging around your shoulders.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, whose arm is that? You'll never know.
I don't
That's-
have a lot of pictures of just me, so it's
Really?
like,
Yeah.
it's there's someone next to me
I
in
don't-
most
But
of my
like,
pictures.
that's
think-
called a bad crop job.
I think Anthony has a lot of selfies. I'm just going to guess that now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
think
definitely see Anthony
Anthony's
as
a
a
big selfie
person.
guy. Big selfie guy.
Now, you, on the other hand,
Me? Oh, I don't take good selfies at all. Just because my arm
Your
is a selfie.
arms are long.
Yeah, just because it's a selfie stick doesn't mean I take good selfies.
But you should be able to. You should be the one also reliant when people want to take like a triple selfie.
My camera
And you need to
roll-
be on the outside taking it because your arms are the longest.
That's what my mom says for me. I'm always like at the end of the table, like when it's Thanksgiving, she's like, Anthony, you have the longest arms.
Take this
Take
selfie.
the picture. Make sure you get everyone in it. And there's like
Right.
5 babies who aren't looking, and I have to take 7 pictures.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I take it just because I want to control what the picture looks like.
Yeah, my camera
A
roll
lot
is
of people
just
don't do a good job of that.
pretty much all my kid and my pets.
I know. It's funny. Like, we should do a game one day where we're like, what's in your camera roll? And then...
I don't think we need to do that.
Why not? I've got some good stuff in mine.
Go on through. Tell me what you find.
Mine's all just like appointments. Dog.
Why? What are you
dog,
hiding,
dog,
Anthony?
dog.
I mean,
What are you hiding,
let's do it.
Anthony?
Let's
What,
go.
Anthony? Yeah, what's your last 5 things in your camera roll?
Last 5 things?
Yeah, pick your last 5
Well,
things.
there's some. It's like screenshots of things. I take way too many screenshots on my phone.
So,
like
same.
here's a flyer
Same.
from my kid's school
Yeah.
screenshot.
Because I don't want to forget stuff I see on the internet either, so I'll take a screenshot of something. Okay, you want to know mine?
Okay, here we go.
Screenshots, or I
Are
copied
we just doing
them,
the last
downloaded.
5
Yeah.
pictures?
Last 5 photos.
Repeating photos don't count though. Like if
No.
you take like 3 photos of the same thing, that doesn't count.
They don't count. Okay, so I have the new cast of ESPN sideline reporters that were announced for college football. So I have the first slide is the picture of the second group.
Okay,
And then
boring.
the slide before that is the A team with all the A teamers for ESPN sideline.
Okay.
Then I have a statement from one of my skin places. I was taking a picture of the money that I know I paid that I'm trying to figure out right now. I told you about that because people sometimes don't get their stuff straight, so I go back and find proof. So that's me on that one.
This is less fun.
Then I was trying to make an appointment for my dad for something, so I was trying to get him to give me the code so I could verify it, but he never did. So that's the code that I sent to him and saying, that's what it looks like now. Give me the code in your email. And then the next one was the appointment times that I was trying to find for him so that I could set up this appointment. So these are the appointment times.
All business.
Right?
Yeah. What about you, Matt?
If my grandmother had a phone, goodness gracious.
This one's my medical bills. This one's for my dermatology. And this one, oh, it's the ESPN broadcast crew.
Kayla Anderson's phone.
Because
ladies
I'm
and
always
gentlemen.
competing with stuff. Like, I wanted to know who got these jobs.
Well, my first one is my son asleep on the couch and my cat, our new kitten, sleeping with him with his paw on him.
Is he still sick? Your son?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
The second one is, okay, this one gets explanation. Wait. No.
He turned the camera.
I need to set it up.
He turned the camera.
Because I
He's
need to
all
set.
like, this is Artie as he's like showcasing it.
I need
And
to
now he's
set
like-
it up.
Then he puts it against his chest. Now this next one.
Yes, because I
gotta
there's
set up.
It's called theater. You don't want to just.
I don't know. I
Spoil
think
it.
it's
Visual
something
reveal.
else.
No, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what
I
it
think
is.
you just flipped to another picture.
I did not. You can. I gave you my phone to go through
Well,
the
I didn't
camera
look at
roll.
it.
Well, that's your problem. My son was given access to my wife's cheaper makeup, to which he did both
Okay.
my wife's and my makeup over. This was the weekend
You
before
had your
we
makeup
got sick.
done.
So my son.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you should have not set it up. Just show him with makeup on.
Okay, you look like you literally went into a suntan booth or whatever those are called, sunbeds, and got burnt.
Look at this proud little piece of crap in the background. Look at him.
Oh.
Look how proud he is.
But you literally look like you got burnt. Is that what he was going for?
I don't know what he was going for.
The burnt look?
I just laid there
That
and closed
is
my
so
eyes.
funny.
And I had
You look like a serial killer.
I had a pound of lip gloss on. A pound of it. It was gross.
I didn't even see the lip gloss.
Ugh, it was horrible.
You look like that clown killer.
Listen.
Whatever that serial killer was.
Dad life, man.
Like in real life?
Yeah, what was the name of that?
I didn't know that happened.
yeah,
Oh, like
he
John
dressed up-
Wayne Gacy?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
And then here's our family while camping. That's the next one.
Okay, time out.
You have nice pictures. You're
These
taking
are
normal
from
photos.
2+ weeks ago.
Well, some of mine
You're
are.
meaning to tell me you haven't done a thing?
Go through my phone.
So wait, You haven't done a thing in 2 weeks?
No, I don't take pictures very often unless
You
it's of
didn't
my
do
kid.
this one.
Okay, here's entertaining.
It's part of it. I don't
Popsicles
care.
in the park.
I don't care
for
what's
my
entertaining.
son's school.
It's what the last 5 were on your camera
Okay,
roll, bro.
popsicles in the park. My cat. Me with
See,
no.
this is all different.
Oh, there is more.
Me with no voice saying words that I can't say on the radio that I sent to you.
Yeah, we're cheating here.
My kid's invitation to his party that I'm not gonna show
See,
on
now
the
these
air.
are the real things. He's making fun of me being grandma over here, and now he's
and now we're in the
explaining-
makeup stuff.
I know, but that was past the first 5 that were supposed to be said on your.
I would rather not share information of my kid's school and his birthday
That
party
was not
publicly.
part of the deal.
Well, I'm not showing.
You don't have to say what it is. Just like
just say
birthday
this
party
is for
thing.
a birthday party.
Well, that's
Kid
boring.
school thing.
Well, mine was boring too.
Me with makeup on is better story.
Well,
It's
that
just
was
life.
not the rule.
It's life. Mine's pretty boring. Mine's Jimmy Dean's instructions on how to heat the sandwiches from this morning because I threw away the box. I got some pictures of. I'm studying for a test right now, so it says modern nation states and has a picture of Michael Jordan. I thought it was funny. Don't know why that was included in the lesson, so I took a screenshot of that. I have a picture of me watching Premier League soccer in this studio on Saturday morning.
Wow, Anthony, that's a solo shot.
Yeah, it was like this.
A selfie, you mean?
No, it's not a selfie. It's this. You can see it. It's like my POV.
Oh, okay, your
of
point
what
of
I was
view.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I bought a timeline of history since Mesopotamia, and I have 2 pictures of that to send to my girlfriend
We are
because I
really-
put them up on the wall.
Look at Chris. Man, Chris is employee of the year right here. Verlad, love you. Thank you. What's in your last 5 camera rolls?
Chris, can you find me something?
Criminal stuff. Criminal stuff.
I don't know. Just
No.
I just thought he'd yell at me.
That was very nice of him. I wonder, should I try the coffee after a day?
Ew.
That would be good.
Do it.
Hell no. I don't want to get sick. Okay, you want me to do it? I'll be out a week? Don't even give that shrug.
I deserve
You'd
it.
be so mad at me.
I deserve it.
No, I'm not
gonna
tasting
get
that.
mad at you.
I
for
do
being
need
sick.
an energy drink, though. Can we, order something?
You can.
How does that work?
It's 2026.
Well, you didn't give me flowers.
You can figure it out. Go look up your directions on your phone and take a screenshot and send it to Anthony because you're both old, apparently.
You are too.
You skipped over the
Yeah,
old
you
person
skipped
stuff.
over old
It's my
persons.
kid's stuff.
I
You
could have
wanted
gone
to
back
be
2 weeks and it would have been me in
cool.
Seattle. It would have been me in the Redwoods. Like I got pictures of that. But last 2 days, I haven't been
here's
doing
my
anything.
Jimmy Dean's instructions.
That was awesome. That's something I'd do.
You need to know how to
98 years
do it.
old.
That's so funny.
Gross. Anyway, welcome into Matt and Kayla. I'm
Hi.
Matt George. Kayla Anderson with me. That's Anthony on the other side of the glass. Hey,
Going
we're
on,
off,
people?
off to a great start.
Is that like your new thing?
I don't know. Russell Westbrook to the Kings is back on.
That's something I've right.
Apparently.
I've always wanted this. It's a dream come true.
Is
if
it?
it happens.
Okay.
You know where I stand on this.
No, I know. We're going to talk about it today, but what's confusing about it is Jake Fisher reported a couple weeks ago, the Kings are out on Russ. The Kings do not want him back. That was the report.
Yeah.
We're not do not want him back was the report, which we talked a lot about kind of the language of that and why it seemed a little more harsh than necessary, because I don't think it was like we don't want him anywhere near the Kings organization. Like, it gives off that tone. I never thought that's what it was. Scott Perry made it very clear earlier in the offseason that Russ outplayed his contract last year, and we couldn't offer him more than a league minimum again, and he's probably not going to want to play for that. All right, anyway, we're moving forward. Well, now, according to Jake Fisher's latest report, the Kings and Russell Westbrook is back on. League sources say that Sacramento covets a veteran point guard to mentor prized rookie Darius Acuff Jr. and is thus now weighing the prospect of bringing back Russell Westbrook. Or
Oh boy.
bringing in Victor Oladipo to fill that role. The Kings are among the teams to attend Oladipo's recent workout in Las Vegas during Summer League. All right, let's talk about the Oladipo thing first, then we'll get into the Russell Westbrook stuff, because the Oladipo stuff doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
If you're looking for just a guard to mentor a scorer in Darius Acuff Jr., I guess Victor Oladipo can do that. Victor Oladipo's not a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a playmaker the way that the Kings want Darius Acuff Jr. to be in addition to. Now, if you're just looking for a veteran guard to mentor Acuff, I guess Victor Oladipo is an option. But if Victor Oladipo comes to the Sacramento Kings, where the hell is Victor Oladipo playing? Should he even be playing? Because a part of this conversation now involves Malik Monk. It has to. Because Malik Monk's role on this team, what makes the most sense, how he gets playing time, is as the backup point guard. If you bring in Russell Westbrook, I don't know where Malik Monk falls. And if Malik Monk then does fall to the backup 2 spot, which a lot of people think he should naturally get, what does that mean for like a Neat Clifford? And does that mean Emmanuel Sharp is ever going to get opportunity? Right? So there's a domino effect here. But if you bring in Victor Oladipo, I'm not playing Victor Oladipo over Malik Monk. So is Oladipo literally just there to mentor Acuff on the sidelines and in the locker room and in practice?
So
I don't get the Oladipo part at all.
We're talking about a guy who, now he didn't play since, what, 2023
he's
season.
He's been injury-riddled for the vast majority of his career.
Yeah, I that to me, I'm on the train with you on that, Matt. I think we're really, really stretching it there to bring in a guy like that A, has not really played recently. And I get the mentor part. If you are strictly bringing in someone to kind of be a side coach in a way,
yes,
and to not really rely on, even if, let's say, for some reason, Darius Acuff Jr. had an injury, even if it was for a week or something where he was on the men, and you have a guy like Victor Oladipo there, and it's like, well, what is he really, though, going to do? And really, is that someone you need to rely on? Are you going to, though, go to Neek and Monk instead? Like, it just, the fit is a little weird. And by the way, he's not been with this organization like Russ has, and he doesn't really know, like, the kind of situation they're in. So I don't like this fit. And for the biggest part, he hasn't really played in a bit.
Yeah.
And if you really, truly need him, because you always have to plan, Matt, if you're going to bring someone in and give them a roster spot and pay them any type of money, you have to plan that at some point, if something happens, that person, that player is able to step in for those moments.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily like that.
Young Oladipo was a bucket. Like
Absolutely.
When he was with the Orlando Magic, who drafted him, he was really good. He had his best season in 2017, 2018 with the Indiana Pacers. I think he won Most Improved Player that year.
He was good.
But then his career has been just completely injury-riddled kind of since that time. Now, when he has played, he's still been a prolific scorer.
Sure.
So if you just want to take a flyer on someone who is a glorified Acuff mentor who can teach him kind of how to be a scoring guard in this league or share his experiences of being a scoring guard in this league while also being cheap and not necessarily having the expectations of playing time that a Russell Westbrook would bring, I guess that's a fair argument for Victor Oladipo, but you're taking a flyer on him to add depth, maybe. Like, again, there's so many players on this roster that I'd rather play over Victor Oladipo. With Russell Westbrook, Russ is more than just a glorified mentor. I think Russ would be a great mentor for Acuff.
Me too.
But Russ is going to come in with the expectations of, I'm still Russell freaking Westbrook. I need to play. And when I'm on the court, I play the way that I play. And this is parallel to the slander that we talked about, that anonymous scout yesterday saying that saying that Russell Westbrook, like he wouldn't touch Russell Westbrook in a million years, wouldn't want him on his team because Russ is not going to play any way other than the way Russell Westbrook plays. And I think it went a little too far. I think it's an unnecessary criticism to suggest that Russ isn't going to adapt at this point of his career to what a team needs of him. But there is an element of truth to Russ is always going to be Russ. And if Russ is joining the Sacramento Kings because it sounds like for the second straight year he has no other choice in the NBA, this is the hypothetical scenario we're talking about here, is bringing him back on a league minimum deal, then he must fully understand that his number one responsibility is going to be mentoring Acuff, and his number two responsibility is going to be, when he does play, playing the right way, which half the season he did that last year, and the other half the season he was, I'm Russell Westbrook, get out my way.
But to give credit to that conversation with half the season he was like this, half the season he wasn't, because half the season when he was like that, it was still this part of the season where they were trying to nurse people back to health. They were hopeful that they would get some of these guys back into a full-time role, which never ended up happening, by the way.
For the most part, yeah.
And they still were trying to, I think, compete with some of these more veteran players,
well, and it's
right?
It's when he took like Dennis Schroeder's job.
Yeah, absolutely.
He outplayed Dennis Schroeder to take that starting
and
spot.
honestly, in a way, Matt, I look at it too, the way that Russ seems to be built is like he wanted to make sure he kept that starting spot too, right? Because he's a competitor. Now, in the second half of the season, we saw a little bit more of the adjustment of DeMar and Russell Westbrook with, not maybe being so much the ISO ball guy that he can be at times, the more, setting guys up and helping guys, these young guys, kind of give it to them and let them go. Like we saw even with Neek later on, where Neek started to become a little bit more not as hesitant when those veterans were out there. It took a minute to get there. Mm-hmm. But my point being, Russ already knows the landscape here. Russ, just as much as we have conversations about Levine was probably told, and again, I don't know anything. This is my thoughts on me guessing what happened. Levine was probably told, hey, look, this is going to be what we expect. Like, if at points we do sit you and you're not getting these minutes, this is why. This is the team of the future. I'm sure convos have been had with Levine. The same type of convos will probably be had, or if they've not already been had, with Russell Westbrook. And this is what we envision your role as. If you don't like it, we respect it. But I don't think there's any way Russ takes this gig not knowing what he's expected to do and not do.
So two things with that. Number one, what that role would be, I think, is beneath Russell Westbrook. For someone like Victor Oladipo, who's trying to make an NBA comeback and resurrect his career, a role like that, I guess, kind of makes sense. And again, I think Russ would be a fantastic mentor for Darius Acuff Jr., but that's not what Russ wants to do. Russ has said repeatedly, and he kind of said it with a smile on his face, because we asked him a couple of times last season, like, hey, man, you'd be a damn good coach. I got no interest in coaching. I want to play. Russ wants to play. Russ wants to compete. Mm-hmm. Russ went through a 22-60 season last year. That was one of the worst seasons in Kings history. And while I'd like to believe that Russ does not associate the season that he had with what Sacramento and what the Kings are. I think Russ has played enough in Sacramento over his career to understand what Sacramento is about, which is why I think he appreciates Sacramento in his own way. But you're signing up to now be less for a team that, in theory, should be more than last year, just based off the principle of their talent and their ability to be healthier. Mm-hmm. I just think it's so beneath Russell Westbrook, number one. And number two, and this is a very, I think, unfair question to ask in this setting when there's not Doug Christie and Russell Westbrook at the table with us to answer it, but it's a part of the conversation that needs to be had. Does Doug, and by extension Scott, do they have the spine, dare I say, to make sure that they're holding Russ to that expectation?
Scott does. No doubt in my mind. I think Scott does. Scott has been, for all indications, from players' mouths, he's been honest with what conversations that he has with these players.
Does Doug?
I don't know. I can't answer that. But Scott's running the show.
Yeah. I think Scott will be fully transparent with Russ about what his role is.
Yeah.
But there's 30 seconds left.
Sure, I get
and
what you're saying.
And the Kings are down 2, and Russ and Acuff are on the court.
Yeah.
Russ wants the damn ball. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying what you're asking Russ to do is beneath him and something he's never really been before. But the mentor thing aside, I'm talking about on the court for the team.
No, I get that. But the reality is Russ is not dumb. Russ knows what his market is. Uh-huh. Russ knows there's not many suitors out there.
Yes.
Russ knows that if he doesn't play in the NBA and doesn't maybe have to do some things different at this point of his career, Matt, then he needs to go to Europe. And if that is truly what Russ wants to do, and he doesn't want to follow, stipulations that are put in place in an NBA team like the Kings. And no offense to him, I'm saying you should go to Europe, Russ, and play, because that's truly what if you want to truly be able to do what you want to do, and we're assuming that's how he is still, then you should go to Europe and do it. And if he doesn't do that, it's on him to know what he's signing up for.
It looks like we're going into a second straight offseason. What I can't speak to, I obviously don't know the offers being made to Russ and his agency, so I can't speak on that. I can only go off of what we were told, what was reported last summer, and what we're hypothetically talking about this summer. We're looking at back-to-back summers of Russ facing the same thing, which is he wants to stay in the NBA over going to Europe. There's more money for him in Europe, but the NBA prestige is obviously higher than playing in Europe. Plus, he doesn't want to move his family to Europe, I'd imagine. And the Kings might be the only team willing to put a league minimum contract on the table in front of him. And we'll talk about later in the show, what does that mean for Russ? But also, what does that mean for the Kings? That they're the only ones willing to do it. And I'm not presenting that as an argument against bringing Russell Westbrook back. If Russ is down, and I think he'd be a fantastic mentor for Darius Acuff Jr., I just don't think the Sacramento Kings of all franchises can go to Russell freaking Westbrook, a first ballot Hall of Famer, and tell him with any sort of confidence or seriousness that we are bringing you in to priority number one, mentor Darius Acuff Jr., and you can be yourself within these windows that we're going to need it. But when push comes to shove in certain moments, we don't need Russell Westbrook. To ask him to do that, I think is just a big ask for the Sacramento Kings to make. And it's a role that's beneath Russ, in my opinion. But it might be his only way to stay in the league. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, this convo is going to keep going, that's for sure.
We'll talk about it. Well, when we come back, how about this? I found a stat that Dylan Cardwell did better than any other player in the NBA. Plus, continuing kind of with our Russell Westbrook conversation, the Kings had a lineup that Russ was a part of that was second worst at something that's really important for this team this season. We'll talk about that when we come back. Matt and Kayla just getting started here on a Tuesday. Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music, and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken chicken sandwich and pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
If you do not follow NBA University, or excuse me, Basketball University on social media, you should, because they'll come out with some very unique, fun analytic stats and trends and things that just give you a little context. And a couple of stats we're going to talk about here. The first one, though, is something that Dylan Cardwell did better than literally any other player in the league. He's number one. Number two is Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Number 3 is Steven Adams.
right.
Number 4, Clint Capella. Number 5, Luke Cornett. Number 7, Rudy Gobert.
Big
Andre
names.
Drummond. Ivica Zubats. These are all obviously centers, so it has to do with the big man.
Sure.
What does Dylan Cardwell do better than anybody else in the NBA? Well, he is the leader in the me-bound percentage.
Big man signing off.
Wow.
What is a me-bound?
All right.
When you miss the shot, you get your own
That's
rebound.
hilarious.
A lot of people would call it, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it's true. A lot of people would call it the
A me bound?
no, what is it? Oh God, what is it called? Angel Reese, the Angel Reese rebound.
Okay.
A lot of people would call it that.
That's really funny.
Dylan Cardwell me-bounded 35.2% of his attempts.
That's really funny.
Now, what does that tell me? Well, we got to get better at our touch around the rim, big man, which I know is one thing that he's working on. But whether you call it the second jump, the quick verticality, Dylan Cardwell will keep fighting for the basketball around the rim. I thought that was pretty funny. But, hey, number one in the league. Above
That's pretty crazy.
Someone like Mitchell Robinson. Above Steven Adams. Again, we got to finish we got to do better out finishing around the rim, big guy. You got to make sure you can convert, especially there in the restricted circle. But I like that stat. It's a fun stat.
That is
I
a fun
don't
stat.
like this stat. And this actually, I think, kind of feeds into the Russell Westbrook conversation that we were just having. The Sacramento Kings had the second least efficient half-court offensive lineup in the NBA this season. And that lineup was Russell Westbrook, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Precious Achua, and Maxime Reynaud.
Okay, that was it was the
second least
efficient
half-court offensive lineup in the league.
Okay.
The least efficient half-court
me.
offensive lineup belongs to the Portland Trailblazers. Drew Holiday, Sharp.
Drew Holiday, who is still a Portland
Yes.
Trailblazer.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way, he
whoops.
got by Dave McMenamin.
He got it. He got
He
too?
got by Dave McMenamin, who works at ESPN with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
people he got. It was a fake a fake Shams account, I believe, right?
See?
Yeah.
From the Drew
Yeah, the
buyout
Drew-
one?
mhm.
Yeah.
So you
I
weren't
saw
the
the
only
picture.
one.
A lot of people
It
were
looked
falling
real.
for it. Yeah. It was a good, I mean, I think it was AI, but it was a good jersey swap.
Yeah, it was.
Feel better about that now.
Yep.
That makes me
I
feel
thought
better.
you'd like that.
But either way, I was kind of, when I saw the Kings logo on this, I was expecting, okay, this is probably like the Dennis Schroeder. This is probably the veteran, like Dennis Schroeder, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, DeMontis Sabonis, and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And Keegan, or something like that. That's what I thought. Like that lineup would have been. Keegan and Domas never played together last season, but for it to be the lineup of Russ and Max specifically, and how good that pick and roll was with Keegan, with Precious, with DeMar, a lot of the better players from last season are in that lineup together.
Sure.
But their half-court offense was very inefficient. I point that out not in any kind of way to say, see, it's Russ is the point guard, got to be better, blah, blah, blah. Or Max is the center, got to be better, blah, blah, blah. It's not meant to talk about those five guys for any particular reason. I think it points out something that the Sacramento Kings need to desperately improve on this season, and hopefully having better floor spacing and three-point shooting will also help with this. But the half-court offense for the Kings has been bad really since DeMar DeRozan arrived here.
Okay.
And people are going to blame DeMar for that, for being the type of player that DeMar's always been. But far too much last season, it was your turn, my turn basketball.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really, really easy to fall back into that if Russell Westbrook is back, but not just Russ. With Darius Acuff Jr. being the isolation scorer that he is, it's going to be really, really easy, especially if Zach LaVine is playing and Domantas Sabonis is playing. It's going to be really easy to fall back into that trap again. So one of the biggest tests for Doug Christie figuring out this offense is finding out how to make sure the ball is moving.
Sure.
And the ball is being shared a lot on that offensive, in the offensive half court.
Now, from to your point, down the stretch, and I even remember because we'd have conversations and the chat would chime in at points down the stretch when it was message was relayed to DeMar and Russ about ball movement and getting young guys involved. At points, it was much better watching some of these games. And
they were sharing more, yes.
Right.
The half-court offense still wasn't good.
Sure. But in the point of just like you were just mentioning, being able for Doug to get it across to Darius Acuff, and if Russ were back here, to have that ball movement is crucial. Like there were points that it was happening, but I believe with DeMar and Russ on the court together, that was kind of like what you see is what you're going to get. I don't believe Acuff is at the level of DeMar in terms of ISO ball.
Oh, no.
I believe Acuff wants to, if anything, come in here and prove he's just as much of a playmaker.
Oh, for sure.
As he is as a shooter.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying that Acuff is what, like DeMar is a live or die isolation scorer.
And I think that was a big part of those stats. Not saying it was all DeMar's fault.
But DeMar is a more underrated passer than he gets credit for. And DeMar was really the first one of the veterans that were still playing down the stretch to really embrace the I'm going to shoot less and pass more.
No, you're right.
Which I give DeMar credit for that. My point is, though, it's not who's going to sacrifice. It's optimization.
Yeah.
Because Zach LaVine's going to play. Okay, you want Zach LaVine to raise his trade value. That means you want Zach LaVine to score. But you don't want Zach LaVine to take 25 shots because you want some of those shots to go to Acuff, who's also going to be running the offense, but you want Acuff to look to score. And what we saw from Acuff in Summer League is that he relied a lot on isolation and taking tough shots because that was his game he knew he could control with teammates that he wasn't very familiar with yet.
Yeah.
He started to develop a little more chemistry with like DeMar DeRozan, or excuse me, Dylan Cardwell.
Dylan Cardwell, yeah.
And I would hope that he'll establish chemistry, especially with a Domantas Sabonis. And Domas being out there naturally should help with the ball movement because Domas is as good of a distributor as he is. And of course, Domas was hurt a lot of last season. My overall thing is, though, we cannot have a situation that we've had really for the last couple of years, which is if the Kings aren't getting out in transition, which one of the reasons why I think the Kings were better when the young guys were playing more is because they were getting more stops because of the rim protection of Dylan Cardwell and getting out and running.
Yep.
When they run in transition,
it's a whole different ballgame.
It's not half-court offense. It's more free-flowing, quick offense, which I know Doug Christie wants more of. So the Kings' priority number one is going to try and get stops and get out in transition and not let a defense set itself. But when a defense does get set, when you are inbounding and running the half-court offense, It can't just be on this possession, Zach LaVine's going to try to score. On this possession, Darius Acuff Jr. is going to try and score. On this possession, it's blah, blah, blah. And Keegan, you're going to stand in the corner until you get your opportunity, or maybe it'll be your turn.
So
the Kings did that way too much, and Doug's going to have to get creative to figure out how to mesh these personalities.
Well, that's the question, though. You've mentioned Doug's name several times in this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Are we confident? Have we seen anything towards the end of the season that is enough to tell us with these pieces they have now, which there's only a few different ones, and maybe 2 or 3 less than what he started with last year?
Yep.
Do you feel like he has that ability as a coach at this point to get creative, to be able to figure out these situations? Because last year we were kind of still seeing that unfold. But this year, I think it's truly important to see how that all lays out. Because I don't know.
Here's what I do.
I don't know what to say about that.
I know exactly what I do if I'm Doug Christie. I know exactly what I do. I was on Mike Brown's staff during the Bean Team years. And whether I got along with Mike Brown or not is irrelevant. I watched De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis run the most efficient offense in NBA history at that time. They loved to get out and run in transition. They had the fastest guard in the NBA. So that's still going to be priority number 1. But in the half court, I know what works.
Yeah.
And here's the difference now between De'Aaron Fox and Darius Acuff Jr. I have a guard that's supposed to be a really, really good three-point shooter. Fox never was.
True.
He never was. So I've seen DHO, high post, Domantas Sabonis work. I'm starting there. I'm running LaVine off of it. I'm running Acuff off of it. I'm using Keegan off of it. I've now seen Keegan is more capable of being a dribble mid-range scorer, so I'm trying to implement that a little bit more. And then when Sabonis is out of the game, I'm trying to rely heavily on a pick and roll with Maxime Reynaud or a pick and roll with Dylan Cardwell. I'm starting there. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take lessons that you've learned from everybody, even people you don't see eye to eye with. Mike Brown offensively unlocked something with the New York Knicks using Cat in that way with a Jalen Brunson. Well, guess who you just drafted?
Yeah.
Your version of Jalen Brunson.
That's a great point.
Use it.
Do you think Doug is... We talk about egos always in the sport, in every sport, excuse me. We're talking about Kyle Shanahan and, being a coach and kind of having his set way of wanting to do things. I don't know Doug like you guys do. Do you feel Doug would be like, okay, I'm going to put aside because he still has his defensive, obviously, bullet points he wants to get across.
Yeah.
He doesn't have maybe the cast yet to do it perfectly. But do you think on the offensive side he would be willing to be like, okay, I do need to take a little bit from some of these former trees.
I think he already has.
I coached under.
I think he already has, because a big topic of conversation last training camp was getting Domantas Sabonis back in that role.
And we just never, I guess for me, I just never saw that last year because Domantas Sabonis was injured.
He got hurt, and he was trying to do it with a roster that just wasn't the same. Like, you've got a better three-point version of De'Aaron Fox, you hope, in Darius Acuff Jr. You've got that. And you still have Domantas Sabonis here who you know how to work with, not just because and it's twofold. It just dawned on me. It's not just that you watched Domantas Sabonis be used in that way when you were on Mike Brown's staff. Doug Christie was Domas's developmental coach.
Yeah.
Doug
I always forget
knows
that.
Domas better than anybody on that staff. While Domas was at his best as a distribution passer, Doug Christie was working with him every day. You should know how to unlock that man better than anybody.
Good point.
Start there. That's your half-court offense. But Doug Christie's staple, the Doug Christie thumbprint on this roster, in my opinion, is going to be developing this team and getting them to a point on the defensive end where they're getting stops enough consistently to get out and transition so they don't have to rely on a half-court offense. But when they do have half-court offense, you're running through Sabonis.
You
Start
just hope
there.
he's healthy.
That's what I would do. But I'm, of course, not an NBA head coach. But hey, you know what works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or try and get back to it. That's what I would do if I was Doug Christie. We'll take the break. When we come back, Tariq Skubal is a Dodger. He's going to make his debut for the Dodgers here shortly. And he says he's got No sympathy for Dodgers critics. We'll hear from Tariq Skubal when we return. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
Wands at the ready, baseball fans. It's Harry Potter night with the Sacramento Rivercats on Saturday, August 22nd at Sutter Health Park. Step into a night of magical fun, themed excitement, and Rivercats baseball. Don't miss the magic. Get your tickets now at rivercats.com.
It's Matt Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Los Angeles All-Stars, also known as the Dodgers, successfully traded for Detroit Tigers, or I should say former Detroit Tigers ace, Tariq Skubal, before the deadline. And Scoobs is in his Dodger blue, ready to make his debut here pretty soon. And he had his first media availability as a Dodger, to which he was asked about the criticisms towards the Dodgers for being able to just add another superstar to their team. Well, here is Skubal saying that he does not sympathize with those Dodger critics.
Every team could trade for me. Every team could make that acquisition. And I don't really sympathize with people that blame the Dodgers for anything they've done. They've developed a really good organization. They draft well. They acquire talent really well. They retain talent. It's a winning organization. Now the complaints seem to be because they've won the last 2 World Series. I don't think it was like that 3 years ago. So I don't really sympathize with people that are complaining because the Dodgers, do all the right things.
Okay. Again, that's Tariq Skubal.
Mm-hmm.
So I disagree with one thing in particular there. We 100% were complaining about the Dodgers just buying super teams before they were winning World Series. They had to start winning World Series based off of the rosters that they were putting together. They've been doing this for years, acquiring like Mookie Betts, all the pitchers that they've brought in, bringing in Shohei Ohtani, right? And that's when the World Series started coming, when Shohei Ohtani came into town. Right? The Dodgers have been doing this for a long time. I do agree with Skubal in the sense that it's like, why should players be mad at the Dodgers for being willing to put the money and foot the bill, whether it's a $1.1 billion of deferred money or not, to bring in the players to win as much? Like the Dodgers are, because of their situation, financially willing and able to put their money where their mouth is, while other organizations aren't even trying to trade for Tariq Skubal because they know that regardless of what happens for their team this year and their World Series chances against a team like the Dodgers, they're going to pocket a nice hefty bit of revenue share from the Dodgers and from the Yankees and from the Mets, who are willing to spend all this money. So the one area where I'm very much on the player's side, even if I want there to be more competitive balance in baseball, is these owners financially could try to compete with the Dodgers more than they do. They choose not to because it gives them a convenient excuse as to why they're not winning, and they get to benefit financially from it. So screw them. I agree with Skubal's perspective, at least in that sense.
Yeah, I don't agree with him saying, he doesn't have sympathy for any of the other fans, because he's pretty much put it all in the same pot here.
Yeah, all
the owners,
Dodger critics.
Teams, us that are criticizing the Dodgers as being the only team that, can win literally year after year, because the state of baseball is so just messed up right now. And for him, it doesn't bother him because he's going to the winning organization.
Yeah, I'm getting paid.
Where
I'm
he
gonna
has,
win a ring.
yeah, where he has an opportunity to win a championship again. But he's not the one that has to be on the outside looking in. He's not Detroit Tigers fans that had to go see their player now go to LA and be like, okay, bye. I thought you were going to try to win one here, which, to his, what is it called? A defense. He tried. I think they tried to do that, and as much as he could.
Right.
But I still think it's a little insensitive to what the situation is in baseball right now. Mm-hmm. And there is a problem. Mm-hmm. And whether that be the owners, Rob Manfred, the Dodgers, there's a problem that just can't necessarily be solved at the moment. And maybe it's going to take a strike to figure out how to do this. I don't want a strike to happen. I think it's going to hurt momentum in the sport. But I look at the sport right now, Matt, and it's just a little it's kind of selfish.
Yes, 100%.
I really do. I think it's like every player for himself, not even like every team for themselves.
I don't think anybody cares about baseball.
No, I think it's all just
it's
the money.
I don't think I make too much money. I think I get paid more.
And I can't say I'd be in a different spot if I'm just trying to go make my money either.
Right.
But I'm a fan, and I love the game of baseball.
To me, no one is putting the competitive balance and parity of Major League Baseball first because there's so much money up for grabs. Nobody. Like, that's what I don't like what the Dodgers are doing because I want there to be competitive balance. I don't like these teams having $300 million payroll disparity from top to bottom. I don't like those big pay gaps because I think it's unfair competitive balance unless you catch lightning in a bottle and develop a bunch of young guys to where everything clicks at the same time before you have to pay them all.
Mm-hmm.
And the A's have tried to do that a couple times and come close, but ultimately not gotten it done and then sold those players off. Like, I just don't think that's a good spot for baseball to be in when you look at the rest of major American sports, and parity has never been better. You have 8 different champions in the NBA. You have the National Football League being more wide open. College football, more wide open. Indiana just won. Like, at a time where I think in professional sports, we're enjoying the fact that there's so much talent and that talent is distributed to where it's not just the same juggernauts every year. Baseball is going against the model and being stubborn with, well, this is who Dodgers are just going to put this team together and maybe the Yankees will finally spend their money correctly and the Mets, well, they're not gonna, but they're still going to spend money and we'll see what happens in the World Series. Instead of caring about how do we make the game more competitive and spread the talent out to create atmospheres like the World Baseball Classic gave us, instead now we're going with the owners, how much money can they pocket without having to pay the players, and the players, how much money can they get and not let the owners pocket the rest.
It unfortunately what it is right now is the only pieces in this game that matter are the players and the owners. And everyone else, all the fans that make baseball what it is, support their teams, support their players. They're being pushed out, and they're the ones that are suffering, in my opinion, because they're not reaping the benefits of baseball and what it should be in a traditional pastime that's like true to its core. And I just feel like now it has become one of the bigger sports that relies on every move that the owners make or the players make. And that's the only pieces that matter. And yeah, they're big pieces in the game, but they're now the only pieces that are making baseball go. And now we're about to get to a strike, which is also selfish on both parts.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I'm a big baseball fan, and I've covered millions of players, not millions, but tons of players. And I love players. I respect them. I don't want to be rude, but like both of them in these situations are selfish going to a strike if this happens.
Of course.
Because we're the ones that have to take the hit.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I think altogether, baseball is going to take the hit.
Well, but this is also why over half the ballparks in Major League Baseball are empty.
Are empty.
Every Dodger game is sold out, of course.
Well, yeah, certain places.
Every Yankee game is sold out, of course.
Certain places.
And even Giants games are still doing well. I'm surprised, but the fan support hasn't been what it's been. But there's still good crowds at Giants. Like certain Wrigley's always full. Fenway's typically always full. You'll have those set few markets that are always doing well. And every other market, when they show a crowd shot, you see a sea of seats.
Yeah.
And
by the way, those ballparks are way too big now. Like, they need to build stadiums that are actually...
Well,
that's what they're doing in Vegas.
Yeah. We'll see.
Smaller stadium.
They can even fill that up. But regardless, like that, but that's what baseball has become. There are the 6 to 8 to maybe 10 teams that are going to sell out, that are going to spend a bunch of money, that are going to put together these jumbo rosters. And then there's going to be everybody else who you're either paying to go and see the top prospect or two on that team before they get sold off to the highest bidder, the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Mets or the Phillies, or you're not going at all and you've probably been priced out. And what's the point of watching unless I'm just making it a day out with my family?
Yeah.
Like, that's where baseball has gotten to, and I don't think they care because of the amount of money up for grabs.
One more thing real quick. Malcolm is right. there are teams that are just, known for not knowing how to put it together. And the Mets are one of those teams that have
Angels
a ton of money and they just don't know how to make it work. So yes, you do have to have an organization too that can make it work. And I'll give it the Dodgers credit. They do have a good farm system. They do things right. That is part of the equation.
We got a break, but the Major League Baseball also completely financially rewards the clubs that don't even try. And that's part of the problem too. I can run my organization like a little league team, like a farm system, and get our ass kicked every year and lose 100 games because I'm going to pocket some of the revenue that the Dodgers are bringing in. It's a bad system. It doesn't work. That's why the lockout is coming, and everybody's going to prioritize greed over the game. And I don't know if baseball is going to be able to overcome that. We shall see. We'll take the break. When we come back, starting hour number 2 of the show, let's talk a little 49ers. Stephen A. Smith shared where he thinks the Niners will finish in the NFC West. We'll listen and react to that. Plus, the Niners injury list is already getting alarmingly long, and the Athletic dropped their QB tiers. Where does Brock Purdy fall on those tier lists? We'll have that for you next. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Ben Hogan said, good golf starts with a good grip. It's true. If the golf club isn't in a square position after you grip it, you'll have to do something in the swing to manipulate it back to square. Otherwise, you're hitting big slices or duck hooks. Then you start gripping the club tighter, and that tension runs through the hands, up the arms, and into the shoulders. You're done before you even take the club back. 9 times out of 10, when I make a small adjustment in a friend's grip, the ball flight is much closer to straight or even a slight draw. You want to hold the club more in the fingers than in the palm, which allows your wrist to better hinge. The lifeline on your right hand will cover the thumb on your left. In this position, you'll see the top 2 knuckles on the back of your left hand, and the V created by the thumbs and forefingers should be parallel, then point to your right shoulder. Grip pressure should be about 4 or 5 on a scale of 10. The correct grip is incredibly important, and if you're having issues, see your PGA golf professional. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just 1 dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. to 2 p.m., Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
From what we understand, it's an off day for the Niners training camp, and, well, they probably could use it already, unfortunately, because, Kayla, that list of injuries is getting alarmingly long. These are just, now, not all these are like super significant or anything like that, but we're talking soreness and stuff that has at least held some players out of practice for a day or two. Here is the list of guys that have dealt with some sort of bump or bruise so far in training camp and beyond. Mike Evans, quad. DeJon Stribling, hamstring. Ricky Pearsall, knee. We know he's having surgery. He's out for the season. Christian Kirk, calf. Jordan James, rib. Kaelon Black, adductor. Kamara, knee. Keon White, adductor. Malik Mustafa, hamstring. Veridian Lauer, ankle. Is it Grayson Holton, knee bruise. Andrew Farmer, back. Kyle Shanahan, car accident. George Kittle, Achilles. And then Brandon Ayuk on the reserve list. But it's not as doom and gloom as it looks when you see a list that long and you see, like, in parentheses the injury next to each name, because it's the same way you would list like players who are out or on injured reserve or anything like that. It's not that serious, but it is a uncomfortably familiar graphic for Niner fans to look at going into a season where they're hoping and they're praying to anybody and everybody that they don't have anywhere close to the injury-riddled season that they had last year.
Yeah, and I'm curious, too, as we talked yesterday about what is this training staff doing different this year, especially starting in training camp, to make sure that these injuries, A, don't reoccur, or B, get worse. Because you are never 100% when you play the game of football, as are you not 100% in many other sports, but especially football. And that goes for the minute you step on a practice field. So even with some of these guys that came into training camp, they could have been dealing with things that they were, dealing with and maintaining throughout the offseason. And they get on the practice field. And I am curious, with some of these guys I've heard, with Mike Evans, with Stribling, with some of these guys, it seems to be they're kind of just holding them out a little bit, just not to push them forward so fast.
1,000%.
They also have a joint practice coming up on Tuesday with the Titans, and that is where they want their top guys to be ready to go up against Tennessee's top guys.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get in majority of your real work now. It's not preseason games.
Right.
It's joint practices.
Joint practices are the real NFL preseason.
And it really shows you a point of where your team is at. So when they get on the field with the Titans on Tuesday in Santa Clara, it's going to show the Niners where are we at right now with these guys, because you can't see it as much when you go up against each other. So I think it's important too that there may be being careful with some of these guys that might have a few tweaks here and there leading into joint practices.
Yeah.
And then how do we manage them throughout the rest of training camp? Because again, they did say they were going to do some things different with this training staff. They did not fire anyone, but they did say there were going to be changes. Now, we have not been told directly what those changes are. Maybe some of this is part of that plan.
Yeah. By the way, Kyle Shanahan has been very transparent on how much he loves the joint practices. The joint practices
They're big.
Are everything during the preseason
especially
process.
when you go with Saleh now against him.
But yeah, that too.
And his team.
I would be I think the Niners are, if as much as it might be scary to list injuries on the practice report, as much as the Niners already are. Mike Evans, you have a little bit of soreness in your quad, just getting back into shape. Yeah. Sit out.
Yep.
Stribling, you're having just a little, sit out. And then we have the big bam Ricky Pearsall bomb that makes things feel worse than they actually are. But for the most part, you go down that list of names and it's missing a day because of a little. And by the way, having experienced this, and I know you've experienced this too with press conferences, how do coaches start their press conferences typically? Here's who didn't practice today. It's blah, 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 blah. And when you have so many freaking dudes on a roster, the list can sometimes feel longer and more extreme than it actually is. The Niners erring on the side of caution with every little bump and bruise to their top guys is going to be the norm, I think, during this preseason process. So that's why seeing that long list doesn't concern me necessarily or freak me out as much as it would, but you can't help but feel those same jitters or worries from last season.
Absolutely. And more so than anything, fans there's so many great following in terms of the Niners and their fans. And now every year they're seeming to have to deal with this. And that is frustrating. That is just one of those things that you wish you could just really have an answer to. And unfortunately, there isn't an exact science to what is going on. There's theories. You might have your theory. It's different from another fan's theory. But when it's all said and done, you've not been given an actual answer because I don't know if there is an answer yet. And there hasn't been enough done to see if that could be preventative in terms of that many injuries. Hopefully they're going to start to do that here this season with how the training staff moves forward. But right now, all you can do is can control what you can control. And most of these injuries, like you said. Now, soft tissue, don't get me wrong, guys. Soft tissue injuries are a bigger culprit than you think because injuries that just are freak injuries, those are just freak injuries. Soft tissue injuries, they are the ones that linger. They are the ones that come back. They hinder you. So you don't want those to get worse. So that's why I think sitting out some of these guys to start the year that have the hammies, that have the quads, those are things you don't want to keep pushing if you don't have to because those are more soft tissue. But those are also do a lot more to what the training staff is doing and what the workouts are. Those are more tied to soft tissue injuries.
Can I give you some pretty monumental NFL breaking news?
What?
Don't do the sounder. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, dang it. I was getting excited.
Arizona Cardinals rookie quarterback Carson Beck will start Thursday's Hall of Fame game, baby.
Yeah, which doesn't mean a lot.
Football's back. Carson Beck, come on down, baby. I'm tuning in to watch you play, and then I'll fall asleep 20 minutes in.
I know. So he's like pretty much the third string quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? And then I think for Carolina, obviously Bryce Young's not playing. I can't remember who their backup is, but I believe their backup is also starting. And I can't remember off the top of my head who it is.
Hell yeah.
But Carson I just ran into it. So get ready for some epic Hall of Fame action.
It's going to get me.
You're going to tune in for like a quarter. And then you're going to be over it.
Yep.
And you're going to say, okay, on to the next thing.
I think you're giving me a lot of credit for lasting a quarter. I appreciate that.
Oh, I guess is that a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
Oh, a drive feels like a lot watching the Hall of Fame game. It sucks.
It's good for the background.
It is good.
It is a good background.
Yeah. That is such a good point.
Something I would do.
It's evening. You turn on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And you can pretend that it is a Monday night or a Sunday night or a Thursday night in fall. You could light a candle, maybe get some Halloween candy or something. You can just pretend you're in it.
Just make it Halloween so you feel like there's football on?
No, I don't know.
That is a bit out.
Or like Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Like you could just like wear a sweater.
Kenny Pickett is starting for the Panthers. So
there we go.
Mr. Hand.
All-star lineup, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, put it on in the background and just do something in the kitchen and you can like pretend it's fall.
Sure.
And the broadcasters like get you caught up on the stuff that's happening during the off season for all the people who haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. It's like a podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Less than a football game.
There you go. It's like ASMR, football ASMR.
Right.
It's like watching a game of Madden.
There you go.
True.
It's as consequential.
When I was in college and I was broadcasting for our basketball team, I used to make games on NBA 2K, and I would practice broadcasting the NBA 2K games. It's a real thing.
No, I
good way to get reps.
I can't say that I haven't done similar things. You used to have one of those back in the day. We had those cam recorders. Dude, I loved that thing. I carried it with me everywhere. I documented stuff, did my own newscasts, sportscasts.
A what?
A camcorder.
Oh, those tiny little ones? Oh.
Yeah. We used to go like downtown, like all of our friends, and we'd do, I probably can't say that. I'll tell you.
That's fun, though.
Well, hold on. You can't.
Well, I don't think it's.
What would you do?
It wasn't mean. It wasn't. It was cool.
It was cool?
It was called, we'd go bumming.
Oh.
So
I don't know.
We'd go downtown and we'd go talk to like.
Just people?
The people downtown.
Okay, like street interviews.
The bummins. Yeah. and we'd go hang out with them.
Yeah,
no,
the
but
ancient
it was cool.
art of the
We'd
street
give them
interview.
burgers, like we'd go buy 'em burgers and stuff. And then my friend Jordan was really funny, so he would just like sit there and have convos with them, like, and we'd get him on recorder, and it would just be fun.
I think the content is great. I don't like the name of it.
Now it's called a street interview.
I didn't create that name. Jordan did.
Yeah,
my friend Jordan did. We were
They're
doing
still
good.
doing it.
We were
No,
doing
I know.
good.
And I
we
think
were doing good things.
No, I think the content is great. The concept is wonderful. We got to just work on the name of it.
My favorite spot was Dick's Burgers. That's a very famous Washington burger place. They have them in Seattle and Spokane.
You went bumming at Dick's?
Yeah. And that's where we'd get the burgers and
Don't like that.
Come on.
No, I like the.
Look at it. It's a
I got
place.
you.
No,
it
what
was a good joke. It was a good joke.
No, it wasn't even meant to be a joke. I was disappointed. You know exactly what you did.
No, I have no idea. I'm not known for any of that. Well, not that.
Stop. Abandon ship. Abandon ship. I can't believe
just meant
this.
stirring the pot.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but here's Stephen A. Smith to save us.
Oh, yeah, like that's going to save us.
I don't know.
It's going to drag us deeper down a hole.
Stop! With the innuendo.
I didn't mean to that.
I think you
No,
did.
I didn't.
Here is Stephen A. Smith on where he thinks the 49ers will finish in the NFC West.
I have no doubt that if they're healthy, they can answer the call. My question is, can we expect them to be healthy come postseason time? And, oh, by the way, I didn't even bring up the fact that they're in the same division as the reigning defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, who ain't going anywhere, and the Los Angeles Rams, who are the favorites, and not just because they got Garrett, not just because I think that Aaron Donald is coming back, but you got not one but two cats in McDuffie and Watson from Kansas City. I mean, damn. I mean, and that's defense. Offensively, you see what they got. And I'm looking at them and I'm like this. You got Williams. You got Stafford, the league MVP. You got Puka Nacua. Lord have mercy. I mean, I'm just looking around and I'm like, no disrespect to San Francisco. Yeah. You got a good team. You're just in the wrong damn division. That's their problem. I see third place.
It's always weird, by the way. I don't know why. It's always weird, like, seeing or hearing him talk about football. Like, and be that passionate, because
he's such a hoops guy.
I identify him with NBA.
Yeah, he's a hoops guy first.
And it's a little weird because I'm like, oh, you did your research a little. Good job, Stephen A. Now you just had to actually go out there and put some passion behind it. But to his credit, he did that.
Stephen A. with football is way more entertaining for me than Stephen A. with basketball. Because Stephen A.
See,
with
I'm the opposite.
Really? Stephen A. with basketball, like there's like the ego behind it, and I'm Stephen A. Smith, and I'm part of the NBA. I'm basically the NBA. With football, he gets a little just more entertaining. Like Stephen A. Smith clowning Cowboys fans will never not be funny to me.
Now, I associate him with that for sure.
Like he just with football, I think he allows himself to be more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
With basketball, he has to be Mr. Right. At least in my opinion.
No,
but I think he was spot on with that.
But I will say, because I watched a lot of, I don't really love First Take, but I watched a lot of First Take just getting up in the morning and during basketball season. Some of the stuff I actually agree with him on. Like, I'm like, I don't think I thought I would agree with much of what Stephen A. would say in certain situations, but some of the stuff I was like, I'd actually agree with him on that. Now, some of the stuff I don't.
When Stephen A. Smith's not talking about himself, he's really smart.
He's actually smart.
But when he talks about himself 90% of the time, that's the stuff he's like, all right.
But with the football thing, and he's right, in terms of the Niners, look, it can happen, and it's happened weirder ways in football and in other sports. Right now, it's easy to look at those two in front of the 49ers and be like, they're just in the wrong division. I wouldn't argue with that at this point.
Yep.
Because these three teams, minus Arizona, are juggernauts. And I know that the injury thing has to play out the right way for the 49ers, but if it does, I truly do feel they're right up there with these teams, at least right up there with Seattle right now. And I know Seattle's defense is better at the moment.
Significantly, in my opinion.
But I do think the Niners' offense could be something special.
Yes.
And Kyle Shanahan offensively is brilliant.
I think the Niners have the chance to have the better offense than the Rams, too.
Yes, I do, too. And again, though, injuries can come into play real easily in any situation.
We know that.
So right now, I think you're right. Rams, Seahawks, Niners. But I don't think it's safe to say for sure they're out of the mix just because they're in this division.
I mean, I can't tell you how Kyle Shanahan is looking at it. I can say pretty confidently that to win a Super Bowl, you're likely going to have to go through one, if not both of them in the playoffs in some capacity.
Yeah.
So why not get multiple shots at them during the season too, to figure some things out, to try some things,
Sure.
one on your home field, one in their place. And I mean, a Rams game is always a home game for the Niners anyway in LA. The amount of Niner fans that travel.
Facts.
We'll see if that continues with how stacked the Rams are.
Dude, you all were 49ers fans. You guys have done that in Seattle. Maybe not last year. Years prior, though, I remember turning on to watch the Seahawks, and all I saw was red.
Yeah.
And I turned to I think my dad at the time. I said, "How are they overtaking that stadium, man? Seahawks are known for having great home field advantage, but a few years in there when they weren't at their best and Niner fans were taking over, I was like, whoa, baby." They travel well.
They're not called the faithful as a joke.
What?
They are very, very much faithful, and they follow that team.
They do.
And with how, like, I think we're all in for a treat. If you're the Niners and you're lamenting, or a Niner fan and you're lamenting, oh, of course, like, this is the division we're in.
Yeah.
I understand it. But the other side of the coin is, this is the division you're in. Every week is gonna be, I mean, it's already must watch for a diehard fan.
Sure.
But every week for the Niners, for the Seahawks, and for the Rams, every week could determine if you're win the division or not. Literally every week.
And as much as I believe in the whole saying iron sharpens iron, which I truly believe it does, the only crappy part about football and sharpening iron is you're putting more into those games physically, and we just know how football can be with the injuries, and that's where the Niners kind of, you don't have the benefit of the doubt with that part yet. Now, hopefully that's not the case this year. The other thing I'm going to say, Matt, is I still feel that the Niners should make another move defensively up front. I do feel that if Vita Vea is somebody who they could truly go and get, if you want to be competitive with these two other teams and you're trying to go all in, I feel they should go make that move.
They got the money.
I really do. Why wouldn't you?
Maybe I think the only hesitation from the Niners at this point is to, let's see what we've got. Let's get into the season. Let's see what.
That's passive to me.
I agree, but they are.
When these other teams are making those moves left and right.
Yes, but they are in a position to be aggressive at the deadline, maybe more than the other two teams in the division. Like, and that's where the Max Crosby conversation comes into play. I think the Niners should be absolutely linked to Crosby all the way through the trade deadline happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they should be right in that mix, or whatever defensive or offensive player, probably defensive, that may become available over the course of the season. Someone they're not even talking about right now, because as of now they're fine. But a team stumbles out of the gate and is 0-5. Now this player's available because they're going into the tank, right? Like, the Niners should be the first in line on all those guys. I think the Niners can feel good enough about what they've put together now and getting that healthy to start the season. Because remember that, like, they start with the Rams, but then week 2's Dolphins, week 3's Cardinals, then they have Broncos and Seahawks after that, to be fair. But I mean, in theory, you handle that game against the Rams, you probably should be 3-0 to start the season. If you win that game in Australia, which I would argue, getting a shot at the Rams week 1 in a foreign environment might be the best time to get a shot at the Rams early. Try and jump on them early. So maybe they feel that they can not ease into the season necessarily, because I would agree that's passive, but maybe they feel like they've got enough to start the season strong, see how the market plays out, and then be aggressive to go and get a player at or before the deadline.
I just think this is more so, we were talking about yesterday, every team, has a way that they like to do things. More teams are a little more stubborn than others. I do feel the Niners live in a stubborn world with Lynch and Shanahan, mostly Shanahan, how they like to do things. I do feel they're a little more reactionary in the way that they do things. Now, sometimes that works out. But sometimes I think that can come back to bite you in the ass. So that's the one thing that I always kind of question about the Niners is like, sometimes I feel like you just need to go out and do it.
Yeah.
And then talk about it later.
They kind of did that with McCaffrey, though, and it worked out great, to your point.
That was a while ago, though.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's like, in a year, you're trying to get it done this year.
Yes.
I feel like just being a little more aggressive. But you're right.
But
maybe they feel comfortable enough for...
They went out and got McCaffrey at a time where he became available. And I'm sure they were monitoring him for a while in Carolina. But he became available. They went out and got him. They really opened that Super Bowl window for themselves. They might feel that, hey, copy and paste the same scenario with now a defensive player, with a Max Crosby, with an edge rusher that becomes suddenly available or whatever. Like, I'm not saying it's the right move, and we know the Niners and their stubbornness, right? But focus on the group we've got, getting them as healthy as possible, getting our main guys back, evaluate through the first 6 to 8 weeks how we're doing, expect to not drop out of the race that early, because if they do, then it's all kaput. And then add the reinforcement on top of it at that time. Like, having the money that they have.
I think that's the difference, because price could go up too.
Oh, 100%.
So I think maybe that's it for them. They're like, well, we have enough to work with, so we're going to just follow what our model is, because if it goes up, it goes up. Whereas I think that if they didn't have the money and they really needed to make the move, Matt, they might have made it just earlier.
And if they were to right now, because they've been criticized on going maybe a little too all in with older players at a time where look at their division.
Yeah.
If they were to, let's say they went and traded 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby right now, the same way the Ravens try to do it. Okay, now you're mortgaging even more of your future.
Yeah, which they need.
And if it doesn't work, like, did you get too knee-jerk reactionary to the Myles Garrett trade versus waiting until, oh, no, we're very much in it, and we're that piece away from striking now.
Sure.
Let's go get him.
Yeah.
Now you have more context. But the risk is, okay, in order to gain that context, you can't get hit with injuries and be 2-3 through the first 5 weeks, and now you're going, oh, crap. Or we might not be able to catch up.
Yeah. It's again, I'm not a business person like that, so, like, this is just my thoughts and opinions as an outsider. But that's a tough thing to have to toe a line on decision making when adding players.
And hindsight's 20/20, so it's always easy to go back and go, they should have. It's like when you're in the moment, it's like, God, I don't want to overreact too much. We'll push down the quarterback tiers from The Athletic to a little bit later on in the show, because when we come back, I came across. This was also from Basketball University. They put together the NBA luxury tax bills for every team over the last 15 years. How much money have the Kings spent in luxury tax since 2012? And what kind of trends do you see from this? I think it's pretty interesting. Pretty fun. We'll do that when we come back before Pick a Side at 11:45. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here, so proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family-owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners, and the community, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento River Cats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your Rivercats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
I know not everybody who listens to this station is a 49er fan, even though we're your Sacramento home of the Niners. But many of you are Niners fans, and I just want to say this coming from a Raider fan, but also coming from someone who's watched the Niners and covered the Niners very, very diligently over the last about 5 years, especially with my time at ABC 10. Was fortunate enough to cover them in the Super Bowl. I've been at Levi Stadium a ton. I'm more connected to the Niners than I am my Raiders at this point, but that's their fault because they up and left, so screw them, but I still love them. I can't help myself. Let me just share this with Niner fans, and you're not alone because every fan base does this to some extent, but it's especially common with Niner fans, and I say this truly and genuinely out of love. Do not dismiss the opinions of people who don't support your team. You should listen and hear the perspectives of people who aren't just outward fans of your team. One of my favorite things that I got the opportunity to do a couple times is I got the opportunity to work stats for opposing teams' radio broadcasts when they would come to Sacramento to cover the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blast.
Sure.
Not just to work stats on a broadcast, that's really cool. But you don't just learn about their perspectives on their team because they'll tell you ins and outs of things about theirs that only someone with their feet on the ground in San Antonio or in Milwaukee or whatever understand. You'll get their perspective on your team. Mm-hmm. And that's even more interesting because you'll learn a lot about what other people think and the perspective on your team that doesn't have your team's colored glasses on. Niner fans do this a ton and it drives me nuts. Y'all don't need to be so entitled. It's okay. It's okay to just support your team, but listen to people, have opinions about your team that aren't fans of your team. It's cool. The Niners are going to be good. We're excited about them, but they're probably going to be third in the division. I would agree with Stephen A's statement on that sense.
One thing to add on that is I think when you cover a team, this is something that has changed for my career because growing up in Washington, I've got my teams, right? I'm fans of those teams in Seattle. However, I've spent majority of my life at this point now covering other teams around the country, whether that be other colleges, other professional teams. And when you cover a team, you are truly covering the team and hoping the team does well because it's more fun to talk about a team doing well and the positives than it is the latter. Believe me.
Absolutely.
Believe me. It is way more fun.
I've also learned in this industry, nobody talks worse about about a team typically than people talking about their own team because you've been it.
You hear me about Sam Darnold all the time.
We've been in
Russell Wilson all the time.
No one understands how bad the crap is unless you're in the trenches.
Right. So yeah, it's just when you cover a team, you are truly trying to cover them and get winning out of it because it's the best way to cover a team. But
Kimberly, that is in our comment section. We love Kimberly. Kimberly, that was not directed at you. That was directed at someone on the text line saying, I'm not listening to anything you're saying because you're a Raider fan. Okay.
Matt.
Go ahead.
Matt switched off in the break there. And
go ahead. No, I will not listen to people unless they're fans of my team. All right, enjoy your little bubble.
Yeah, no, Kimberly, definitely not you.
Enjoy life in your comfortable little existence.
Kimberly was like, she's a Chargers fan, she said, since she was 4. And this is why I love
Kimberly. Yuck.
The beauty of sport, though. Everybody has a different story for why they're a fan of that team.
Those are the best.
And she was like, at points, I wish I were a Niners fan, so in these segments, I could understand it a little more.
Hey, leave the Chargers anytime, Kimberly. I'll even welcome you to the Niners.
What I will say, Kimberly, is I always try to tell people this too. Keep these little notes in your mind so then when the Chargers do play the Niners, at some point, whether that be this year or next year, whatever it might be, that you're like, oh, I know a lot more about this team the Chargers are about to go up against, because of these segments. That's what I always tell people too. Use it for your own team down the line when they have a matchup with that other team. Know a little bit more.
Or just dump the Chargers in general.
Well, I'm not going to tell her to dump her
Dumb
team.
bolts.
Las Vegas Raiders fan.
What, you want her to be a Raiders fan now? You're trying to get them all on your bandwagon there?
Bandwagon. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of room. Hey, the Fernando Mendoza train is open to anybody. Just hop on board. How about this? Basketball University compiled the total amount of luxury tax money paid by every single all 30 NBA teams over the last 15 years. There are 6 teams that haven't paid a single cent of a luxury tax bill, which every time you go into the luxury tax threshold, I don't remember the exact conversion rate, but it's like every dollar that you pay in the luxury tax, it's like 5 times or something. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what it is, but that's what the luxury tax bill is. You have a high payroll, so to make it fair, you can have it, but you're going to pay for it with a luxury tax.
And there's teams that have never...
In the last 15 years, there are 6 teams who have not paid a single cent of luxury tax bill. Those 6 teams include the Detroit Pistons, who were number 1, the Indiana Pacers, who were just in the NBA Finals a couple years ago, the Orlando Magic, the Charlotte Hornets, the New Orleans Pelicans, and your Sacramento Kings. The Kings have not paid, I think that's the entire Vivek Ranadive era, have not paid a single cent in luxury tax bills. Which is funny in an off season where they are making moves like moving on from DeMar DeRozan and likely going to defer his contract and stretch it over the next 3 years in order to get themselves under the luxury tax, which Scott Perry was very adamant that they were going to do that. The Kings have not paid a single penny in the luxury tax. Meanwhile, the number one team who's paid the most in total luxury tax bills over the last 15 years, since 2012, the Golden State Warriors
by a lot, right?
Have paid $816 million in luxury tax. Joe Lacob has paid for those titles, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
The Warriors are the reason they changed those rules.
Yes.
Like that's why no one wants to be in the luxury tax anymore. They had to punish how much the Warriors were like, the cap doesn't exist for us.
Yes.
What
we
would
will
the
just
Dodgers
pay whatever.
be?
Oh, it would be yeah, it would be horrible.
What would the Dodgers be in the billions?
It would be so bad.
To Anthony's point, number 2 is the LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer. $413 million. A whole $400 million gap.
That's half.
But
Dude,
yes,
yeah,
a $400 million gap
That's
between the Warriors and everybody else.
Man.
But what is interesting with this is that every single champion in the last 15 years has at some point had to be in the luxury tax. The cheapest champion, or the one at the bottom, was the San Antonio Spurs. They won a title. They've only paid $9.4 million in luxury tax bills in the last 15 years. So what does this tell you, though? What does this say? What does this mean? If the Sacramento Kings, let's say everything goes right, Darius Acuff Jr. is the start of a young core that the Kings are building a la the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they get another top draft pick next year, and they add another top 5 pick to it, and maybe they go out and pay and bring in Jalen Duren. I don't know. If they build a core that actually has a chance to compete, eventually, especially with the new apron system, eventually they're going to have to just dive into your pocketbook to keep it.
You're
so
right.
You better be ready if you're Vivek, and I don't believe Vivek Ranadive is unwilling to pay a luxury tax bill. I mean, he's very clearly was willing to pay Zach LaVine to bring him in. Like, I don't think it's a question of is Vivek Ranadive cheap. I don't think there's that concern at all. There's plenty of other concerns with Vivek and Kings ownership. Being too cheap is not one that I have at all at this time. But if the Kings and Scott Perry do it correctly and build a core correctly and this rebuild works out the right way, eventually they're going to have to dive into their pockets and pay that luxury tax to keep this team around.
At some point, Vivek and company, you're going to have to go to that real nice steakhouse and you're going to see that bill, and that bill's a lot. But then when you see the tax and the extra money you got to pay for tip, man, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yes, it is.
Not for the New York Knicks.
Well, no.
They didn't do it.
The New York Knicks.
Well,
what
they've
are
been in
they?
it, but they said that they're not going to do it this year. That's why they had to get rid of Mitchell Robinson.
Correct.
This
Right,
is for the last 15 years, right?
Yes.
This
But
list?
they have done it.
Yeah,
though.
they did it with like Melo when they were just like, we're going to spend whatever. But now there's like a team implication punishments. Like you can't trade certain players if you're in
the aprons.
The aprons are
Okay,
why.
this is where I start to roll my eyes.
Yeah,
a little.
so
this is where I start to roll my eyes.
So it's the luxury tax starts first.
Yeah.
Then there's the first apron. Then there's the second apron. And the aprons exist so you don't go full Joe Lacob and go, I will pay whatever bill needed to bring this team
Right.
together. I will go full LA Dodgers on your ass. I don't care. And that's what Lacob did for a long time, to his credit, and it got him 4 rings. The Warriors in the last 15 years have paid a luxury tax bill 9 times.
And I just don't know if we'll ever see that again. There'll still be people who pay like a luxury tax bill, but I don't know if we'll ever see someone who's like, we're going to keep this championship team together when those players are going to want to get paid.
The Lakers have also been in the luxury tax 9 times in the last 15 years. The difference is their total luxury tax bill is $295 million, not $816 in Golden State.
Dude, that's insane.
Isn't
They've almost reached a bill.
Mm-hmm. But to be fair, the Warriors have a 61% win percentage in the last 15 years.
Which is good.
This is crazy. Their peak luxury tax bill in one season. The Warriors paid $176 million of luxury tax.
What season was that?
Season. I don't know.
Ron in the chat says.
Oh, a peak season, 2024.
Ron says, do you need a team of lawyers to understand this nonsense?
You do, but
Bro, I know. I'm not a math person either, Ron.
But, this is just...
This is why I get confused on, not this conversation, but with the apron, luxury tax, bow tie,
Elemental P.
Yeah, there's a million like loopholes
Good
too. Like,
Lord.
what are you signing him with?
Kayla,
Where does that money come from?
Tell me about bird rights. What do you know about bird rights?
Well, I smoked the bird out of
You did what? What did you do? What are we talking about?
The bird, when I need to, bird rights is their right to habit, the birdhouses I put out there. But sometimes
that's what it is.
I have my own rights. I got to clean the birdhouse, so I smoke the birds out of the birdhouse, and that's called a bird right.
It's like squatters' rights.
Yeah.
But for birds.
I like that better. I like that better than whatever the hell it is in the CBA. The bird rights, I named it the Larry Bird, and how much you have control over players. It's all a mess. The CBA is a mess. But the point of this exercise is you if you want it, pay for it. And what I mean
Golden
by that
State
is
did it.
the Kings are trying to build the right way.
And that I understand.
And as soon as they build that core, you best be ready to pay, just like you were ready to pay De'Aaron Fox, whether or not it would have worked out or not. And it seems like the Kings have dodged a bullet. They paid DeMontis Sabonis, and it's put them in a rough situation.
Yeah.
But if they build a core successfully that lasts more than 1 year in the playoffs, does better than Beam Team 1, pay to keep it around. And what the Kings should have done all along is pay to bring in Pascal Siakam, pay to bring in OG Anunoby, and pay to keep them around. That's what they should do. That's the lesson learned in all of this. Anyway, does your head hurt? Mine does too. We'll take the break. When we come back, it's time to pick a side, including a replacement needed for Tony Romo after he got in trouble, and Kevin Durant with a hot take about the Sixers compared to his Golden State Warriors team. We'll discuss it next. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft.
I thought it was safe.
If that happens, LifeLock gives you a U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims, your agent handles it all. In fact, we're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. Isn't it nice to have someone like that on your side? Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
Yes, indeed, it's time to pick a side. Matt George, Kayla Anderson with you as always, and our good friend Anthony in the booth, ready to rock and roll. Let's get Pick a Side started, Anthony. What's up? In his throwback Kings gear. I always love when Anthony wears his throwback Kings gear.
Yeah, got to frequent the Sacramento thrift shops. They got a lot of good stuff.
Are you wearing your girlfriend's pants today?
I'm not. I'm wearing
Shorts.
mine right now. I'm wearing my girlfriend's shorts sometimes.
Wait.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, so you're not today?
No, not today. She wears these sometimes. Again, we just
so funny.
We got similar style. I don't know.
Hey, I don't judge.
Hey, right on.
I mean...
Anyway, should Greg Olsen end up being the eventual replacement for Tony Romo on the CBS broadcast if they do in fact decide to part ways with him?
Real quick update on that too. There's still chances in the future of this happening. He has been announced as the B team for Fox.
Tony?
Greg. Greg. That has come out as of today. But there is still there's talk about him possibly going over there at some point.
Well, I think Greg is phenomenal.
He is.
I think Greg
He won a Grammy, an Oscar.
He can sing?
What?
He's in a movie?
He won a, what is it called?
Emmy.
The one that you
have one.
I know, guys.
Jesus.
I knew it ended with Emmy. Or, never mind.
That's the whole thing.
Are you okay?
No.
Knew it ended with Oscar.
I told you I didn't have enough caffeine this morning. Water's not getting it done for me.
There's a coffee machine right outside. There's a vending machine downstairs.
I'm not going downstairs.
Okay, well, it's a long way away. Greg Olson's wonderful. Our hand in the air here. Does Tony really need to lose his job over what he did?
I don't know. That's not my decision.
He's a dork, and also I saw a hilarious AI video of, because the video came out, the dash cam footage came, or not dash cam.
He was stretching.
Yes. What he was? What?
He was like stretching before his breathalyzer.
Yes.
Like how he had to walk the line.
And an AI video came out of him doing like the Dak Prescott.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was hilarious.
The warm up.
The warm up, exactly. Like
that's
the hip
awesome.
thing before his field sobriety test. Did Tony make a dumb mistake? Yes. Does he look like an absolute goofball in his mugshot in the video? Yes. I don't think he has to lose his job over it. Tony's still good in the booth.
The only thing is, I did some work with CBS, freelance stuff when I was in Nashville, CBS Sports. And I have a friend that works there. They're very, they don't have a lot of leeway with things.
I'm sure.
And so I think,
Romo.
especially when it's a big name like him and on your top team with Jim Nance and Tracy Wolfson, like I don't agree with making examples out of people, but I do feel like in a way this looks to be what they're doing. And I'm not saying, again, that's the right thing to do, but J.J. Watt right now is currently taking over in the meantime while he's on leave. I don't necessarily think he should lose his job over it, but it kind of seems to be trending in that direction. But if he does, and I don't know what your opinion is on this overall with listeners out there, but I do believe Greg Olson would be a great
I agree
fit
100%.
for that.
100%. And that might be it might be easier for CBS to make the decision because they've got Greg Olson in the wings.
Yeah.
I think Greg Olson's phenomenal.
He's really good.
So good.
I do too. I just want them to be consistent. If they
Yeah.
fire him, then like if someone else gets a DUI, then I think you should fire them as well.
Yeah.
If it's the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like, well, Tony's really like nice, and like you said, he's like a goofball, and so it's fine. And then if someone else gets a DUI, it's like
Right.
Yes.
a different
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I want consistency there.
And
So
they're I do believe CBS works like that. So
Cool.
if this is in their stipulations where we don't tolerate it, then they're not going to tolerate it.
I'm a little biased, one, because I think I've liked Tony's broadcasts over the years, but also
I have too.
I've met Tony at the celebrity golf
I mean, he's
tournament in
easy
Tahoe.
to like.
Tony's really nice.
If you've met him, he's
a really cool
he
guy.
He is a nerd, but
I think he
he's
just made a dumb decision, which
He
you
did.
don't. It doesn't make the decision okay, but I mean,
And maybe this is
right.
what they're doing. Maybe they're talking with him.
It's not a Diana Rossini thing.
Okay. Kevin
All right, Aaron
Durant says the
Rodgers.
26-27 Sixers are better on paper than the 16-17 Warriors. Do you agree?
This feels.
Durant's all up in
No,
some talk lately,
This
by the
is
way.
very. I'm bored and I'm Kevin Durant during the offseason.
Accidental non-burner post? Do you guys think
No, I
that
think
he-
it was intentional.
I think it was
Whole chest?
intentional.
No, because this is something that. But it makes perfect sense for him because this is, in a weird way, a defense of him.
Okay.
Because people are going to say you joined one of the greatest teams of all time. And he's going to go, well, it wasn't as good as the Philadelphia 76ers are now on paper. I think this is, I'm Kevin Durant and I'm bored, and this is a way to kind of point out, like, see, look what the Sixers doing to take some of the criticism that he still gets about joining the Warriors. I think it's just Kevin Durant's bored. I don't necessarily agree with it. He joined quite literally one of the greatest, most established teams of all time. Just because you have a collection of talent, as we've seen many years, we saw it in Brooklyn, we've seen it in LA with the Lakers. Just because you have a collection of superstar talent doesn't mean it's going to work. The Warriors were one of the greatest basketball teams ever assembled before he joined them.
Yeah.
It ain't working, KD. I ain't buying it.
Yeah, I think he, saying on paper, like I guess that's one thing. On paper is one thing. It doesn't mean everything. Like a lot of the times, a lot of things on paper don't end up working out
Right.
the way that they're supposed to. So
Durant joined Steph, Clay, and Draymond all in their prime, and Iggy was
Yeah.
on that team too. LeBron's not in his prime. He's 42 years old, or
Yep.
41, 42 years old. Joel Embiid's certainly not in his prime. He's
Yep.
banged up. Maxey is, and Jaylen Brown is.
Sure.
So,
But there's other pieces that, like you said, aren't that could determine what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he said on paper, which I think is a dumb argument. He's like,
know, I'm
Embiid
like,
has
really?
an MVP. He tried to say that Clay was like just nowhere near
he was like
any of
nowhere
them.
near an MVP, and Clay's like, what the hell?
And it's like,
I know,
it's crazy.
He's like, what did I do? I was one of the best shooters of all
Straight
time.
shots.
And people forget, Klay Thompson was a beast of a defender for that team.
Yeah.
He was so good on
So
defense.
good.
Yeah.
It was insane. But I can't believe he said he's saying on paper, which is just a dumb argument in
I hate
general,
that.
which is probably true. Like LeBron James on a team with one Finals MVP and one MVP is like, sure, maybe if you just look at accolades. But the Warriors were the Warriors. I don't want to. That's ridiculous. He is just defending himself. Costco is selling discounted tickets for South Carolina, Washington, Louisville, Tulane, FAU, Temple, and UConn home games, plus other teams. Is this embarrassing or a great idea?
You had quite the reaction to that.
Look, well, first of all, because our rival, still to this day, by the way, we still play Washington. I hate Washington.
Go Huskies.
The Fuskies. So when I saw this, I immediately want to say it's embarrassing because the Fuskies are on there. And I hate the Fuskies. And
Everything they do is embarrassing.
yeah, and so I
Say one nice thing about either Washington or Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold won us the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you gave her a way out with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me, say one nice thing about either Washington or... What else doesn't she like?
Say one nice thing about Washington.
Yeah, say one nice thing about Washington.
I mean, I technically like dogs in real life.
The Huskies. Okay.
The actual dog part
take
of it,
that.
you know?
Acceptable.
Yeah, furry friend. So I think it's a little weird because I'm imagining myself going into Costco, getting the needs of what it is for the month, and then here's a little box, little side stand, tickets for sale, a little bit cheaper, discounted tickets for Washington because we had to go to Costco.
I know another team that did that.
The
Sacramento Kings. Absolutely had those in Costco last season.
It's a little weird, you
Why?
guys. It's a little weird.
Save some money.
I don't go to Costco to get tickets for a game.
Well, you should.
I'm not
you save
saying
a little bit
I'm
of money.
above it. I just think it's a little strange.
Sounds like you're saying you're above
I'm
it.
not. I think it's weird looking.
Why is it any different?
By the way, get a little thing of popcorn with it.
Why is it any different from Ticketmaster's having a 20%
I don't
off
know.
this game
just
sale?
because that's not what I'm used to.
You're just hating on Costco shoppers.
No, I did. No, I like Costco. I grew up going to Costco,
Listen.
but I didn't go to get tickets at Costco.
They are convenient when they put that ticket section right by the checkout lines. So what
Of
you do
course they
is you
are.
get the spouse to stick with the cart, and then you just mosey on over those
boy.
ticket lines, and maybe there's Disneyland tickets. Those sell really quickly.
Yeah, they have like travel plans. I know my friend just went to Hawaii on a Costco travel plan that was like way cheaper than.
No,
yeah,
I
they
mean,
do a ton of stuff.
I'm
like
not
that.
saying it's a bad idea. It's just I didn't grow up with that, so it's just weird to me now. Like seeing that.
I would 100% go and buy Costco tickets too.
Were you gonna buy a college football ticket?
At Costco?
Yeah.
Sure. If it saves me money, I'll go.
What ticket?
Oh. If I go to Sacramento Costco, I don't think I'm going to see Sac State tickets, but if I did,
You better not get a Washington one, else you're not allowed back on the show.
first off, you don't have the authority.
Yes, I do.
Second off, if Washington tickets are being sold at a Costco in Roseville or Sacramento, Washington's really desperate.
Exactly.
You get mad at me for going to one Washington game?
Yes.
Why?
Because I am Washington State and I'm your coworker.
I
And we
complimented your
don't
locker room.
do UW.
We? There's no we here.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for your likes and dislikes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm married at home and married in this freaking show. Things never change. We'll take the break. When we come back, going back to the Russell Westbrook conversation, got two questions. If the Kings are the only team willing to give Russ the minimum for the second straight summer. What does that say about the Kings and Russ? Plus, if this Kings season is completely about establishing the culture, how much does Russell Westbrook help with that in all facets? We'll talk about both of those when we come back. More Russell Westbrook talk on the way. It's Matt and Kayla at Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Wands at the ready, baseball fans. It's Harry Potter night with the Sacramento River Cats on Saturday, August 22nd at Sutter Health Park. Step into a night of magical fun, themed excitement, and River Cats baseball. Don't miss the magic. Get your tickets now at rivercats.com.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Specially priced Saturday night tickets available.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
Kayla stepped out really quickly. She'll be right back chatting with the boss really quick. When she does, I got a question for her, Anthony. The text line came in clutch. Let's just say this. The text line came in clutch with getting her to say something nice about either Washington or something else. I'll have that when Kayla comes back in. Yes, Kayla does not like the Washington Huskies. She's not a Huskies fan whatsoever. We'll have Kayla back in here to join us for this Russell Westbrook conversation. I came across this during the break, and I know people are going to roll their eyes because they think I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. Pretty cool that Victor Wembanyama organized basically a full team practice. It's not a sanctioned team practice, but like a full team practice in France. So like the entire team went to France to do a workout with him or do a practice with him. And the NBA just posted a video about it, which I think is really cool. And this is so common around the NBA, right? We saw the Indiana Pacers do this last year. A lot of teams will organize this. You'll see some guys just focus on individual work, or sometimes you'll see like stars from different teams get together to work and do open gym and stuff like that. But we also had, I want to say it was 2 years ago, when Domantas Sabonis had everybody over to his place in Napa, and they spent some time together. So I'm very curious and looking forward to hearing, if anything, who or what the Sacramento Kings are doing together during this offseason. The practice facility is open and available to them. Of course, they can't get any official team work in, but they can, as a team, get together and work together. Kayla's back, and this is perfect because...
Sorry, we were talking about training camp.
You're totally fine. We have the text line coming in clutch once again. 916-339-1140. Shout out.
Wait, are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm serious.
Okay.
Because we couldn't come up with, say, one nice thing about the Washington Huskies.
Oh, God.
So the text line came in clutch. Say one nice thing and saying
but
the dog.
I said a nice thing about the dog.
We're going to do it again. That never happened. Say one nice thing about the Washington Huskies or Utah.
And Utah's getting all the pro teams now. I'm done with them. Done with the state.
You have to do it. She's struggling. Come on.
The skiing is pretty good in Utah.
You've never done it. That's a cop-out.
Many people are saying it.
People are, though. I've heard it's great skiing there.
I did ski growing up. No, I have not skied in Utah. In Utah.
When I went to Utah the first time, Salt Lake City for All-Star Weekend, and Chris Watkins and Frankie Cardicelli can attest to this because we were all riding in a car together at the end of a day of All-Star coverage. We drove past what ended up being like a college part of town.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like close to the University of Utah. So I don't know if it was like the frat areas or not. I have no idea. But we're driving down and there's literally snow on the side of the road because it's the middle of winter. It's cold as hell. And we watch and these three girls, college girls in heels and short skimpy dresses are just walking down the street and it's freezing cold outside. And I was like, I'm calling your parents.
Dressed to the destination.
Oh, okay.
No, they were going to the party. It wasn't.
It wasn't
the morning
after.
It wasn't the morning after yet.
That's
crazy.
That is.
I mean, it's hot where you're going, you know?
Like, sure, but you bring a coat.
Walking for 10 minutes?
You bring a coat. I did in Pullman. It got cold in Pullman. We got snow in Pullman. But when we went to parties, we'd bring our coats and then take them off when we needed to. And then you had your coat on the way back. It's too cold to be dealing with that nonsense.
Well, I am very inconvenienced by when I have to take a jacket off, but
guys are more than girls, I think, in that capacity because we already carry purses, and that's inconvenient in its own right.
Yeah.
So I just know if I don't have a coat most of the time, and I should have done this today in the studio, if I don't have a coat, I'll regret it because at some point I'm getting cold.
It's 75 degrees in here.
And I'm still a little chilly.
Really?
Yes.
75?
I have this vent above me, and for some reason, it spews cold air out, even when it's not cold air.
Huh? I think you just like to be or you're just made to be a popsicle, I guess. I don't know.
Probably. Except for sleeping, guys, because it's like 100 degrees here, and at night it doesn't cool down.
No.
That is one time I'm not cold.
We had to buy a fan the other day because our fan in our room, not like a ceiling fan, but like a side fan. Because
stand-up one?
Yeah, but we got like a smaller one. Those suckers are expensive as hell now.
They are, because people know.
These fancy schmancy fans are like $300. I was like, what the hell is this thing?
$300
yes,
for a fan?
It's like
a really nice one.
We didn't buy it, the $300 fan, by the way. But it's like these, you can find them at like Best Buy, and they look like poles that are hollow in the middle.
Oh, like the
Did you
Dyson
turn the air on?
ones?
What? No, I didn't turn the air on.
He's been sitting there the whole time.
I meant when I left.
No.
Okay.
I didn't turn the air on. Are you that cold? Lady, it is hot in here. I'm dripping. Get some help. It's 1 billion degrees outside. Go lay on the pavement for a little while. You'll be fine.
Can we build a deck out here? I'd like to sunbathe in the break.
With all those spider webs, have
Like
fun.
out that window?
Yeah.
The little tiny window?
Let's just knock it out. And
I
then
call
we'll
that our
go.
doom and gloom window. When it's raining outside, I just like to stare at it.
It is pretty gross, the spider
Yes,
webs.
it's
Needs
disgusting.
a cleaning.
Add it to the list.
Mm.
Anyway. No, I did not spend $300 on a fan. We bought like a $50 one, but that was expensive. I was like, God, man.
They are. It's because people don't want to turn on their AC because that's expensive.
Oh, yeah, no.
So now the fan business is like, we're going to up our prices.
We
can't win in this world.
We do have our shut up. We do have our AC on a lot, but we have one room in the house, which of course is the master bedroom, because screw y'all. That does
Us?
not. No, like whoever designed the house, who built the house. The AC does not work.
Sorry, you have a master bedroom. Oh, sorry.
You get angry when you're cold, apparently.
And hungry.
Are you both?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm dead. Is Richie still alive? Did you leave his office? Is there just blood everywhere? Did you kill him? Kayla's exhausted. She didn't have energy drinks today. She's getting sick.
I'm just taking out anyone in my path. That I would do, by the way.
Yes, I know you would do it. You should be happy because Russell Westbrook might be back in Sacramento.
I know. Now that makes me happy. That's my guy.
If Kayla Anderson or Russell Westbrook challenged anybody to a fight, I think they'd both win.
Like a tag team?
They're like a tag team.
Yeah, that would not be pretty. That would not be fun for the other people.
Yeah. I've seen both of your mean glares directed directly at me, and I don't know whose is worse.
Oh, goodness.
I think you would actually hurt me, though. Russell just yell at me. You'd actually physically harm me. Russ and I are buddies, though. I've seen a couple of comments. Matt's scared Russ is going to come back, and he's going to ban Matt from the locker room.
Could we get him?
Cool.
If he's back, could we get him at our table during training camp?
Would love that.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
It'd be wonderful to talk to him.
Yeah, I think he'd totally do it, too.
Russ is great. No, but here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. You would turn on my ass immediately.
I would not turn on your ass. I wouldn't.
Hey, Russ, get a load of this twerp, huh? See what I have to deal with every day? Screw him, right? Yeah, thanks, partner.
I would actually say you are very complimentary of Russ, even though, Russ, you did call him out.
What?
I would say you
Well,
are
maybe
actually
we could
very
get him to
complimentary.
answer the question of what I actually
That
did.
would be great.
Because we still don't know.
I would really like to know that, and I know fans would like to know that, and I know other people would like to know
But we're
that.
homies. We're cool. Best buds,
Yeah.
even.
That's what I thought.
Listen, we shook hands, talked it out, had a great time.
Holistic call me a goofball.
You are a goofball.
That I actually am in real life.
Yes.
I'm a little weird.
A little.
And random.
From the 541 in Oregon. Kayla, I'm driving
Oh.
through Nashville tonight. Restaurant oh
my gosh.
Rex Barbecue.
First of all, that's my area code too. That was my first job in Bend, Oregon. We'll text you some in the break. Okay? Remind me.
Cool.
That's cool. He's driving through? Or they're driving through?
So after I just specified how Russ and I are cool, this question is going to come off as a hater question. It is not intended to.
Oh, no.
By any means. But I'm just curious.
Clip it.
Shut up, Anthony. If, let's say that Russ returns to the Sacramento Kings.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sounds like it would be because, again, it was like the only minimum deal on the table. If Russ got a minimum deal from the Kings and then a minimum deal from somebody else, unless that somebody else is like, well, even Brooklyn, I think he'd go. It's still New York. Like, I feel like the Kings' minimum deal is like almost every other team's minimum deal would be better than the Kings' minimum deal, unless he really doesn't want to go to like Milwaukee or something.
Yeah.
Or Toronto. I don't know. But it sounds like if the Kings are going to bring him back, it's going to be on another league minimum deal. if it were to come out again that they were the only team willing to bring him back, this conversation is twofold. Like, what does that say about Russ? And that part's easier to talk about because we've kind of talked through, I think, the harshness and how unnecessary some of this just Russ slander has anonymously come out.
Kind of been random.
Like an anonymous coach, an anonymous scout just saying these things about Russ that maybe have some level of truth to them, but just feel like taking shots at a guy for no reason anonymously through the media. It just feels weird and unnecessary. And it's also very different. Things anonymously being said that are contrary to what was publicly said by members of the Sacramento Kings when Russ was here. So I don't think it looks terrible on Russ for him to get another league minimum deal at this point in his career. I think he's worth more than that, but maybe nobody wants to give it to him. But what does it say, if anything, that the Kings are the only team for 2 straight years willing to bring him in when all 29 other teams are not, or are not interested, I should say, in bringing him in? Does that bother anybody by any means? Or are the Kings just smart?
It is interesting. You're right. Because in all accounts last year, there weren't. Now, we don't know this for a fact, Matt, that there weren't any teams interested. Like, there were no teams at all. Like, we don't know that, I don't think, for a fact, do we? That didn't come out of Russ's mouth, did it?
No, it never came out of Russ's mouth. Right. But why would it ever come out of Russ's mouth? I think what I remember, and I'll look it up to get confirmations, I remember pretty serious reporting of it was either a league minimum deal in Sacramento or a more lucrative contract overseas.
Okay. So when it comes to Sacramento, what does that say about him? Well, last year is different than from this year. So last year, I think it was more so we had Dennis Schroeder. That was clearly going to be the starting point guard, according to, why he was brought in here. And I think they looked at the situation, and Scott was like, okay, I like Westbrook. Scott is clearly he has relationships. I don't know how close he was with Russ, but he clearly had a good enough relationship to know.
They had a great relationship.
This is still a guy that's out there that we can sign for the minimum. And if anything, he can be a bench guy who can come off the bench and be our point guard.
And he's familiar with everything.
So I'm not going to fault the Kings for taking something that's in front of them that's not for a lot of money in that situation last year and being like, let's just try to see what happens with it. Now, Russ did become a starter here, but that was because Dennis Schroeder wasn't working out the way it was supposed to. Mm-hmm. And Russ worked his way into that starting gig. And credit to Russ, that's what Russ does. He's competitive. This year, the situation would be different. Because this year, yes, there's other teams not looking for a guy like Russ right now. But now the Sacramento Kings are in a position where they've got a young point guard in Darius Acuff. And you look at a guy like Russell Westbrook, and you saw how he mentored some of your other younger guys. He was kind of, in a way, a mini coach for the team last year. And you see that and say, well, if he's available this year and understands what his role could be, why wouldn't we bring him on board to help the growth of our young 19-year-old, let me remind you, 19-year-old Darius Acuff? So I don't really want to say it's a bad look that the Sacramento Kings, if they did bring back Russ, it's because of this reason and that reason, and that's a bad look on them because nobody else is signing him.
Yeah.
There's just different reasons for why maybe it would work here, and I can't speak for the other 29 teams.
For the record, I don't think it's a bad look at all to have Russell Westbrook on your team at all. I think that anything to suggest that is silly, to suggest he's a cancer in the locker room in any kind of way is silly. It couldn't be further from the truth. It's just not true. It's just not true. I can say that confidently. So I don't think it's a question of bad look. It's Russell Westbrook, who Russell Westbrook is as a player in today's NBA at this point in his career is not as valued around the league anymore, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And 29 other teams are not willing to give him a league minimum deal, but the Sacramento Kings are. to have him play a very specific role, which is like this kind of mentor, and fall in line is not the right terminology, but it kind of illustrates the point.
Yeah.
You don't get Russell Westbrook to fall in line, but you want him to buy in and come in and be a part of what you're doing. And I think the Kings feel and felt that Russ would be willing to do that to some extent. But he's still Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, what I don't necessarily worry about, but the first thing that comes to mind, like what I think about when questioning why the Kings are doing it and all these 29 other teams aren't, is for the role that Russell Westbrook, or the Kings want Russell Westbrook to play, and maybe other teams also feel that that's the best role for Russ, being more of a mentor and a bench point guard. To those teams, he's not worth the league minimum contract to do that, especially to teams that are trying to win.
Sure.
The Sacramento Kings are trying to win basketball games, but certainly aren't in a position to be overly competitive by their own admittance.
Yeah.
And they're willing to pay him to play this role, or to be this role for this team, that I guess other teams don't feel he's worth that. Like a league minimum contract, other teams can afford to do that. And there's other teams that could use Russell Westbrook as a mentor. So why aren't they bringing him in?
Yeah.
Because maybe they have the same kind of concerns that I have about how much are you really going to be able to get Russell Westbrook to fully play that role because of who he is. And that's not an indictment on Russ. Why should I believe that the Sacramento Kings of all organizations are going to be the ones to change who Russ has been his entire career? I just don't buy it.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point of view. I do. And I think that Scott Perry is pretty smart. I'm sure he sees that point of view as well. I'm sure he's already thought of that, of, hey, can we really bring this guy back in and expect him to change who he is as a player at this point?
Yeah.
Now, you can tweak some things and ask him to do some things, but when push comes to shove, are you really going to get that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know him and Scott's relationship currently, where if Scott told him, hey, these are what things we need out of you, I don't know what Russ would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall to see what those convos were like, because I'm sure some of these have either been had or will be had.
Yeah.
And maybe this, by the way, just to note, Kimberly was asking, did something come out about the Kings being interested in signing Russ? Yeah, Kimberly, because it was kind of like pushed off out of the way, because Scott had brought up in the presser that we're not really looking at Westbrook now because he feels he has worked his way into more of a
he outplayed his contract.
Yeah, beyond the minimum contract.
I think Scott Perry expected that Russ would get more money than the Kings would be willing or able to offer him. And now maybe it's playing out like that's not the case.
Right.
Jake Fisher reported a couple weeks ago that the Kings are not interested in bringing Russell Westbrook back. And then Jake Fisher reported recently, league sources say that Sacramento covets a veteran point guard to mentor prized rookie Darius Acuff Jr. and is thus now weighing the prospect of bringing back Russell Westbrook. They also mentioned bringing in potentially Victor Oladipo. But Russ is who we're focusing on here because he's familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows the system, and he knows Scott, has a relationship with Scott. There's obviously a ton of mutual respect there. Doug Christie has a ton of mutual respect for him. But with Zach LaVine being on a contract year, and with Domantas Sabonis coming back, you're already dealing with some of your young players getting pushed to the back burner a little bit, naturally. Like we had a long conversation yesterday about how I think Maxime Reynaud might play the fewest minutes out of the three centers to start the season. Dylan Cardwell, number 2, Sabonis, number 1. Because of Cardwell's defense, and the Kings need Cardwell's defense. If the Kings bring Russell Westbrook in, there's no way his job is just to sit on the bench and be a mentor. Russell Westbrook's freaking playing. There's no way Russell Westbrook is accepting, nor can the Kings with any sort of seriousness present to Russ, you're essentially a player coach here. You're going to practice, but you're not going to play.
Right.
Or you're only going to play in garbage time. No shot in hell after the season that he just had and the numbers that he just put up. Regardless of if another team wants him or not. You're not doing that to Russ. You're not asking that of Russ. Russ is going to play. Now, maybe you convince him or get him to agree that you're going to come off the bench because you're sure as hell not starting over our rookie. And if our rookie's playing bad, maybe then you'll get more minutes that game. Your job is to mentor him. You'll share time with him on the floor. But okay, let's say he does. So who's getting pushed to the side? Is Malik getting pushed out? Malik is still very good, and you're paying him over $20 million. Does Nick Clifford get pushed out? He's one of your young players. How does Emmanuel Sharp fit into this, who you just drafted, who had a very promising summer league and is an older rookie that you're hopeful can make more of an immediate impact? Mm-hmm. You bring in Russell Westbrook, it pushes somebody down, and it's more than likely going to push a young player down to where even if Russell Westbrook isn't starting, I could very much see Game 1, Kings and Suns in Sacramento. There's 5 minutes left, and it's a close game. Darius Acuff Jr. and Russell Westbrook are on the floor together. So now who's being pushed out?
Yeah.
Like if Russ is coming, he's going to mentor Acuff by playing with him, not by sitting next to him. Russ is going to play. There's no way he's not, and the Kings cannot ask him not to. So is that the right? I just think it's a role that Russ is beneath, is beneath Russ. Russ is above that.
I just don't think he might have a choice.
Sure.
I mean, you can say that all you want, and he can feel like that, and you're not wrong in thinking that. Mm-hmm. However, I don't know if that matters because the league is speaking right now, and what we are seemingly understanding is the league, in terms of other teams, it's just not a fit for them, and they just don't need that.
True.
And I do believe the Kings, according to this Jake Fisher report, and I don't think it's crazy for them to want this, they are looking for some sort of a veteran point guard to, in a way, mentor Acuff. And you're right, a mentor does not have to be your position. I agree with you on that as well. But there are things with Russ that you see that you're like, I don't know why I feel those two would really click. And they would I just feel like Darius could get so much out of Russ in the game of basketball, in the game of life. Mm-hmm. There's a lot because he's young still. He's impressionable.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's other teams really looking for that, but you're right. The whole thing that you talk about but can Russ play that more, mellow role or tailored role? And I don't know.
Yeah.
You're right, Matt. I don't know if he can.
Let me ask you this real quickly, because I have an answer to this question, but I don't want to influence your answer. What's the risk of bringing Russell Westbrook back?
I think the risk is you could see the same situation where your younger players, because this is a time where you're trying to see your younger players, what they have, because they're seemingly part of your future, they could get minutes taken away or their growth could be stunted because maybe you have situations where, Russ is in those times or the way that Russ plays.
My answer to that question is simple, and it doesn't mean because Russ is going to be a diva. It's the same thing with Zach LaVine. It's the same thing with Domantas Sabonis. It's the same thing with Malik Monk. How are you not, once again, making Doug Christie's life harder?
Mm-hmm.
How are you not, once again, putting a roster together that's going to make Doug have to choose between young and old? I feel like you're doing it again. You're putting more in his way than you're giving him what he needs, in my opinion. No, I think you just open the door to that again.
But what if there has been the one thing we don't know, because we don't even know if this is, something that's actual reality in this moment, if they've sat down. But what if Russ does say, okay, I get what you need me to do, Scott. Like, what if he agrees to coming here under these stipulations? Again, that's something Russ got to agree to.
I would want to know what the stipulations are and what is realistically being asked and what's not.
Yeah.
Like that's the part of it to me. And I will never be savvy to those conversations, but I've watched a full career of Russell Westbrook. I just covered him for a season. Learn to appreciate in the day-to-day, like what he brings to the table and the intensity that he brings to the table. We don't know, funny enough, this was one of his questions to me. We don't know who Russell Westbrook is as a person. We don't know him personally. I don't know him personally.
Mm.
I know a ton about who Russell Westbrook is as a player. And
True.
I don't expect that to change for a role as a mentor in Sacramento. Yeah. I just don't believe that. So the risk to me is not bringing in Russell Westbrook. The risk to me is you thinking you can change who Russell Westbrook is, and you shouldn't, because Russ is Russ, and Russ is great. And I think Russ as Russ is a great mentor for Darius Acuff Jr., which is why, in general, I'm okay with him coming back. I really am. I'm okay with Russell Westbrook coming back. Hopefully this would be the clip that gets aggregated and not all the other stuff I was saying. I'm okay with Russ coming back and mentoring Darius Acuff Jr. I just believe that if Russell Westbrook is coming back as Darius Acuff Jr.'s mentor, what we saw from Russell Westbrook last season, we're going to see it again, but probably just less minutes. I'm not expecting Russ to conform to what the Kings want him and need him to do. I think that's unrealistic to ask of him, and who the hell are you to ask that of him? So bring Russ in or don't. Don't bring in a version of Russ you think you can mold and change. I don't subscribe to that. We'll take the break. When we come back, Mike Brown, former Kings coach, NBA champion with the New York Knicks.
This was cool.
He was at 49ers training camp yesterday. His son is on the 49ers staff. And apparently he spoke with the team. Well, Kyle Juszczyk shared a little bit about what Mike Brown said. Plus, Mac Jones, the backup in San Francisco, ranked higher than 9 NFL starters. We'll talk about it. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center for your Tuesday. Looking at mainly sunny skies today, and it's going to be hot, but not as hot as yesterday got. Plan for highs around the valley about 99 to 103 this afternoon, dropping back into low 60s overnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Most golfers practice their swing, but ignore the body swing in the club. We help golfers move better, get stronger, reduce pain, build power, and play longer. Join us for a free trial week and see how golf-specific training can help you support your body and your game. Try a class, meet the team, and find a right program for your goals. Call 916-802-5175 or visit golffitnesssolutions.com. Golf Fitness Solutions. Move better, feel better, play better.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 27, trading for Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey has always been highly regarded since his days at Stanford. While in Carolina with the Panthers, he was producing, but it wasn't resulting in enough wins for Carolina. With the Rams targeting him to give LA some juice, it was the 49ers who swept in and got him. On October 20th, 2022, the 49ers got CMC from Carolina in a blockbuster trade, sending 4 draft picks to Carolina. The move, which bolstered the 49ers offense, was lauded as an A-grade move long-term, and CMC is still going strong to this day.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. To 2 p.m. Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Man, I really wish I was at Niners training camp yesterday just to have the opportunity to see our good buddy Mike Brown. Not everybody's good buddy in this city, but he should be because he was a great guy, great coach. Why is he at Niners training camp? Well, of course, he spent many years in the Bay when he was an elite assistant with the Golden State Warriors, but his son is also on the 49ers staff, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So Mike Brown was around at training camp, and apparently he was asked to speak with the team a little bit, which I think is really cool. Anytime you can have, and this is common, by the way, coaches becoming friends with, and this is going to sound like a flex, and I don't mean it to, becoming friends with professional coaches, not just head coaches, but assistant coaches. I mean, you know this too with football coaches.
I'm joking.
It's like a fraternity.
It's cool.
It's like a fraternity to where if you're a coach, you connect with other coaches regardless of the sport.
Mitch Johnson was up at Seahawks camp. Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs head coach.
Yeah, I mean, Scott Perry's not a coach, but he has a coaching background. Scott Perry, Mike Tomlin, super close. So
I didn't know that. That's right.
So
the
Doug
Pittsburgh
Christie
tie.
got to know Mike Tomlin a little bit. And Scott Perry used to go to Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh training camp every single year. Now Tomlin's no longer there, of course, but I still am very close with former Sacramento Republic FC head coach Mark Briggs.
Right.
He's now an assistant coach with, I want to say Sporting Kansas City, but I could be wrong. He's an MLS assistant coach and has been a friend of mine for many years.
Mm-hmm.
He and Mike Brown became very close when they were both coaching in Sacramento together.
Yeah.
Right? So this is very common for these coaches to have a fraternity, and they'll very often go like, hey, come to speak to my guys. Hey,
For sure.
Be good. And it's cool to see that at the pro level. Mike did that a lot too. Mike would have a lot of people come in and speak to the Kings. Well, Kyle Juszczyk spoke with the media yesterday and shared a little bit of hearing from Mike Brown when he spoke to the Niners at training camp.
Yeah, that was so cool. Just talking about the championship teams that he's been on, just how each and every one of them had a standard, and they had a written standard that they all signed. I guess they would all go to dinner before the season started, and they would talk about what their standard was. And he told them that I would respect you more. If you don't believe in this standard, don't sign it. But if you do, let's sign it, and that way we can hold each other accountable in the good times and most importantly in the bad times on what that standard was. And I think that spoke really well to this organization, because we've always talked about having this standard here. And I think we have such a great one, and one that, like, when our head coach goes down, everyone understands what that standard is. They understand what's expected from the guy next to them, that when leaders go down, next guy in line can hop right in there, and there's not a big fall off.
So any Kings fan that followed the Sacramento Kings when Mike Brown was here, that should sound verbatim familiar.
Yeah.
Mike talked about that time and time again. He'd have contracts signed by the team for 100% buy-in.
Did he do that as an assistant ever, or was that like...
I don't know.
Or it was just when he was a head coach?
I mean, I'm sure he implemented some of that when he was in charge of like the defense with Steve Kerr, but that's still Steve Kerr's team.
That's what I was saying.
But so I don't know. But that was his message in Sacramento, and that's his message in New York, and he shared that same message with the Niners. And it's cool to hear it resonate with the Niners with the position that they're in.
It makes sense with the Niners too, in terms of why it resonated, like you just said, because the Niners are such a culture-built organization, but this team specifically over the last, several years, but now some of these guys coming back, and we talk about the core a lot, they're all on the same page. They all believe in the same thing, which all teams want to win a championship, but it's hard sometimes when the culture's not exactly there, though, and the identity's not exactly there, though, because all teams are in different stages of building.
Right.
But the Niners are more advanced in that culture because they all know who each other are.
Yeah.
And they all know, even the pieces that got brought in, they've fit in seamlessly because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch go out and identify exactly what they want.
Yeah.
So it does resonate, I feel, to a team like this, especially that there will be downtimes that you want to go a different direction. But just like last year, they proved, even with the weak, or the what's the word I'm looking for? When you get down to the bones of a roster and you're still using these guys, and it is next man up mentality, and they were still winning games, like that is something that can happen sometimes. And so I believe like it probably, for Mike Brown to go in there and say that, and knowing the Knicks went through some times this year, that things did not look good at all. I mean, we were talking about, is this now a point where Mike Brown is going to be like getting the boot after 1 year because he doesn't make it to where he needs to make it to? But look at how the team was resilient and overcame the weak Eastern Conference, odds and all that stuff to do what they did. So I think if any team it resonates with, it's probably a team like the Niners.
For sure. I have a question for you. Do you work at Bleacher Report?
No, side jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do a side job like that.
So
easily.
you weren't responsible for this Mac Jones quarterback ranking?
I mean, I wish I could say I was.
That's your boy. Because let's run through this really quickly. Quarterback tiers put out by Bleacher Report. Mac Jones is in the reliable contributor.
There we go.
By the way, Brock Purdy is ranked the 10th quarterback in the Pro Bowl caliber tier by Bleacher Report.
Okay.
Mac Jones is ranked 21st. Reliable contributor. Here are some of the names that they rank Mac Jones, the backup in San Francisco, higher than. Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Geno Smith, Michael Penix Jr., Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I mean,
some pretty significant names that they have. Kirk Cousins, 35. Right. Significant names that they have the backup in San Francisco significantly higher than.
Well, right now, I get it because a lot of those guys you just named either haven't been in the league long enough to prove it yet, or, it's a situation where they're older and they're not to that level of, they're in their prime. So Mac, from what he's proven last year, when he was told to step in and take over, he was winning games for them. So I can't say that's a lie at this moment. And that's even saying a big Cam Ward fan here.
Yeah.
But Cam's, he's got to get to a different level.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he takes a leap this year for
I
Tennessee.
think he will.
Really quick, because we have to go to break. Here's not a theory. Here's a potential timeline of what could happen in my head with the Niners. Because we talked about a little bit earlier when talking about the plan for the Niners and not spending their money now and waiting to make a move during the season.
Yeah.
If Brock Purdy is having a healthy season to where he's healthy, he's playing well, he's playing like a top quarterback, and Mac Jones isn't really necessary.
Yep.
Is there a scenario where before the trade deadline, because of an injury elsewhere, the Niners flip Mac Jones for value then use that value and combine it with some of the team value that the Niners have to go out and get a Max Crosby or to go out and get a big piece that they need. Like the Niners may be sitting on a gold mine in terms of what they could get for Mac and how they could use that to get what they want, as long as Brock stays healthy.
Right. And I think what's the development of a guy like Curtis Rourke, too, who is, by the way, I told this to them last week when I saw him in person. It's a big quarterback. Like, he's not he's pretty small.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. If they can get him kind of at least as a backup category, they feel comfortable at some point, then I really think that could be a possible situation.
We'll take the break. When we come back, it's time for Kayla's 2-minute drill. All the stories around the National Football League right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings and your Sacramento home of the San Francisco 49ers at Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Specially priced Saturday night tickets available.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento Rivercats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your Rivercats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
We're getting to that point where the season's nearly here. Preseason is about to get going. And we're starting to see some moves that maybe you would expect in the middle of the offseason, but that's not how the NFL works. Some big paydays for some big names today. Kayla Anderson's 2-minute drills got it all for us. Kayla, take it away.
I know, you got to love this time of year because it is the time of year where it happens, like you said, before this season, a lot of these things getting done. There's still some holdouts that are being had. I'll get to that in just a minute. But for those who are figuring out their deals, credit to them and credit to the teams for making it happen. So we'll start off with this one. Falcon flying high. So Falcons running back Bijan Robinson. We all know him. He's going to be a very popular one when it comes to fantasy football this season.
Number 2 overall pick.
Yeah. So 2-time Pro Bowler Bijan Robinson has reached an agreement on a 3-year extension. It's going to be worth up to $75 million. It will make him the highest paid running back in NFL history.
New market.
New market. It has been reset for the running backs. Robinson will receive $51 million guaranteed. And what I really love about this is it was negotiated by my girl, Nicole Lynn. She is literally the most ballin' female agent out there. She has gotten some of her clients the biggest deal. She's also Jalen Hurts, a lawyer / agent. Like, props to her too.
Cool.
Because she should be getting her flowers for this. It's a huge deal.
It'd be a fun documentary or
I know,
fly on
right?
a wall just to see her sitting at a table with these NFL bigwigs and just being like, no.
I would love it.
Pay us what we're worth.
In my other lifetime, that's what my job would be. 100%. My parents always said I should be a lawyer. So if I could mix that with sports and the agent part, man, I would love to do that.
You can't physically threaten the Niners to pay your
Oh, no,
client.
I would.
John Lynch, I'll break your wrist.
Get in the closet, Lynch. You can come out when the deal's done.
Why? What? The closet?
I don't know. Those.
Very specific threat.
Get in the closet. You can't come out. Put a broom in there. You know the old movies. They put a broom in the closet.
Breaking news, NFL agent Kayla Anderson locks general manager in a closet as part of contract holdouts.
Kevin Stefanski of the Falcons, head coach, of course, says obviously very excited for him. Robinson, who is 24, so still very young, you guys. He led the NFL in scrimmage yards last year with over 2,200 and 4th in rushing yards with over 1,400. So congrats to him.
Yeah.
And if you have your maybe number 1 overall pick or 2 this year for fantasy, good bet would be on him.
Sounds like it's Gibbs number 1 and Robinson number 2, if I were to guess.
Yep, that's about what it is, I think.
I would take Bijan.
Yeah.
Over Gibbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this conversation, I think, when you were gone. We had a lot of them when you were gone. I'm sorry. Do I keep bringing that up?
Give me Brock Bowers.
Well,
first overall.
He's
there
not
you go.
even the first tight end off the board, according to them.
Huh?
Yeah, it's McBride.
Kiss my ass.
I agree with you on that.
Brock Bowers is going to get every throw Kirk Cousins
I agree.
has.
He just got to stay healthy.
Well, that part.
All right, next up. Speaking of giving flowers, because I just said that about Nicole Lynn.
Tortilla Jackson says, Kayla the agent doesn't negotiate with Utah.
Yeah.
And she will not
Good
represent
point, Tortilla.
She will not represent any Washington Huskies. If you
Exactly.
graduate from the University of Washington, you will not be represented.
Actually, I've covered.
Oh?
Yeah, I've covered a few guys I like.
And so the cracks in the foundation
Molden's
have
one of them.
been found.
I know.
Snake.
Give him his flowers. Thank you.
No.
Thought that
I
was
like
a
that
very
one.
creative one, and we are talking about.
Basic.
Oh, give me a break, man. You write these things. You couldn't write them up like I do. All right, Zay Flowers with the Baltimore Ravens, quickly obviously establishing himself as one of the decorated wide receivers in Baltimore's history. He is now the highest paid wide receiver in team history, not in the NFL, in team history.
Good on the Snakes.
He agreed on a 4-year extension with the Ravens. The team announced that on Tuesday. The deal for the 2-time Pro Bowler, $140 million, includes $108 guaranteed.
Huh.
And the average, by the way, of $35 million per season ties him with Justin Jefferson, who is the NFL's 4th highest paid wide receiver currently.
I hope Zay Flowers called Max Crosby and thanked him for
That probably did help,
giving
right?
Baltimore the money to be able to pay him.
I know.
Appreciate it, Snakes.
This one, now we'll see how this carries. Brace yourself.
I like that one written too. When I read that, I had a little chuckle.
Isn't that a good one? I was like in my zone last
I'm starting
night.
to loathe this segment. Not
Why?
because I've always enjoyed your lower thirds, but Anthony getting as much enjoyment and I just have to look at it. I don't like it.
It's pretty funny.
Nothing I do, Anthony enjoys as much as this freaking segment.
You got to write some jokes.
No.
So the big thing about this whole situation is Bryce Young is clearly trying to get a new deal. And the Carolina Panthers are super mum about it. They're not saying a lot. I think part of this, you guys, is the fact that I still think they want to see one more prove it season out of Bryce because he was better last year.
Yeah.
And he's been growing. It's a slow moving process. I think Dave Canales being the head coach has been really good for him.
Yeah.
Getting him in that direction, but I do think they want another year to say, is this really our guy?
I think that's fair, but also, Kayla, like we've talked about, nobody said a thing about Carolina this summer. It's been so weird that they had a kind of I won't call it an emergence year because it's the Panthers, but last year at least they built a lot of momentum for themselves and no one's saying a thing about them. They're already just written off into obscurity.
They're also starting training camp really injured.
Yeah.
You talk about the Niners being an injured team. No, these are big time injuries that are out. These guys are out for the season. It's not been the best start there, so hopefully things will turn around for them. I'm rooting for Bryce Young. I loved him at Alabama, and he's a great kid too. He's just so small, man. There's a lot of overcoming odds that come to that. I'm not saying you can't make it. We've seen quarterbacks all the time. Drew Brees, Kyler Murray's getting another chance. There's guys who can do it, but he's got to have the supporting cast around him. So
That's
we'll
tough
see.
in Carolina.
Last one up here on the docket. Lions still in the den because he clearly is. He has not been out at the practice field. What are you just now?
No, it's just Anthony.
It's not a joke.
No, Anthony just won't make eye contact with me.
Yeah, because I'll start laughing and then you'll shake your head. It happens every time.
It's so funny. He's just now just every time he's is he going to move his hand to put the dun button?
He's watching me the whole time.
He is like a lion hunting.
I just want to see Anthony enjoy one thing that I do as much as he
I
enjoys
already-
this
I
segment.
He
gave you a
did. He
badoom
gave
kiss.
you that badoom tombs.
Yeah, it's bad. A pity I didn't like it.
I don't
What?
think it was. I thought that was truthful.
I don't even remember what it was
Confidence, man.
for.
It was for you.
It even got me riled up, and if something gets me riled up and gets me kind of actually jealous, then that's rare.
It doesn't
It was a
take
good one.
much. Doesn't take much at all.
Back to Lion not out of the den. Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell has clearly seen this new deal by the Atlanta Falcons being given to Bijan Robinson,
Gulp.
and he's aware of it.
Uh-oh.
But here's the thing. They are not yet to a deal with Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs has sat out of practice for 5 straight days. So he is doing a holdout. He is at Lions training camp. He is not participating, so it's a hold in, technically.
I feel like the Lions are probably pissed that this Robinson deal is done now because now the absolute baseline has been set and Gibbs is going to want more.
That's the thing when you sit on your hands, though. It's such a game now of what's the mole game where you pop the mole, whack-a-mole. One mole goes down, the other goes up. It's okay, now this price has been paid, but now you got to pay another price.
Are you going to call it Pop-a-Mole?
Pop-a-mole.
Opposite. Probably
Is that a
same.
game?
Dude,
God, same thing.
Okay,
you got
hold
one
on.
pimple that comes up.
No, we're about to go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. Are you one of the type of people that'll watch videos of that?
I would, but I didn't know there were videos out there.
Dr. Pimple Popper?
Oh, hell no. No. That kind of stuff? No. That's disgusting.
My wife will watch that stuff, and I'm like, you're
No.
a psychopath.
No. I will get heebie-jeebies. Now, watching a mole in a hole, and if that was on a TV, where you would...
A real one?
Yeah.
Back to
You wanna
animal.
see
Back
them-
to animal cruelty.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Anthony,
That's
you need to
crazy.
understand.
Oh,
Within
shut up.
The first month.
I'm an animal lover.
The first month of working with this woman, We brought up like
he's exaggerating
geese on a
the
golf
opinion.
course that'll hiss at you when you're like, if your golf ball goes near them and you have to hit your golf
They'll
ball.
attack you, Matt.
No, they don't attack.
Yes, they do.
Kayla said if there was a goose anywhere near her golf ball, she just hit it with the club immediately.
You think you could take one on? My
Yes.
girlfriend's afraid of them. Like,
They're
we have to
scary.
walk around.
They're not
See?
scary.
See?
I'm moderately afraid of them. I wouldn't attack them, but
I would if I had to.
We should ask Anthony the icebreaker that we asked each other. Remember
What
that?
was it?
What's the biggest animal you think you could beat in a fight?
Oh, yeah. What was mine?
Peter, don't listen.
What was
I don't
mine?
remember what yours was.
Shoot.
just
I
like
don't either.
fist fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to just beat it in
What
a
was
fight.
yours?
I don't remember.
Don't say hippo. Those things are mean.
Hell no. That's like one of the most deadly creatures in the world.
You never know, unassuming.
What?
They're huge.
They sloth around, though. Hippos.
That's what they do. You're right.
This is a hippo sound.
It's like me. I just.
I think I could beat a peacock in a fight.
Nah.
Where did that?
Yes, come on. I could beat a peacock. Put
I
your
don't-
feathers down and
I don't
square
know
up.
what I don't think I could like beat
Shake
any
your
of these.
tail feather.
They're like wild animals.
Put your beautiful
I could
ass
beat a
feathers down
grizzly.
and square. You would die.
Yeah,
Seen
one
them-
of them you can fist fight, right? Like a black bear, they just run
Yeah,
away.
they're like.
okay,
Because
I
they
could
got
beat
T-Rex arms.
Huh?
I could beat. Yeah, right. You
No,
fight
I'm
back.
not beating a bear in a fight.
I mean, like it doesn't need to be knocked out. If it leaves, then it's like a forfeit. It's like when you go out the ring in WWE, 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of a story.
How
that
about
I
a squirrel?
Squirrel, you could. If you can't beat a squirrel in a fight, you need.
You
need
said,
help.
what could you beat?
Squirrels are mean.
Feisty, like me.
I have a story for you guys off the air. Sorry, audience. It's
Oh,
not for you. We'll take the
shoot.
break.
Don't do it
when
to
we
him.
come back. It has nothing to do with fighting squirrels. Getting back to a conversation that we're going to, a little round table for the three of us. Identifying what a successful season is and what a failure of a season is for both the 49ers and the Raiders. We'll do that next. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
This is Sactown, baby!
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports. To keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like and sometimes it's like.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
The San Francisco 49ers and Las Vegas Raiders are kind of going into polar opposite seasons. The Raiders are looking to start a new era, while the Niners are, I guess you could say, desperately clinging on to the old one, in a way, while also trying to compete in not just the best division in football, some would argue the best division in NFL history. And the Cardinals are there too.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
they're
the Cardinals.
that ugly dragon in the emoji.
Yes, yeah, exactly. In the meme, they're the fourth dragon head. She's like, "Hello,
hey, I'm here.
We're here."
Tongue out.
Other than that, it's the defending champions, the Seahawks. Hard Knocks starts today.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm already seeing clips on social media. I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, have you?
I'm trying to dodge them. I don't want to see. No spoilers. And then there's, of course, the LA Rams, who just got Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's your San Francisco 49ers. And the Raiders, they are in the AFC West, which is another very difficult division, has the Chiefs in it, who have been the dynasty of the last 10 years or more. And, well, they're starting new, in a way. What constitutes a successful and failure of a season for both of those teams? Let's start with the Niners. We are your home of the Niners, after all, here in Sacramento. What constitutes a successful season in your mind for the San Francisco 49ers? And Anthony, feel free to jump into this conversation as well. Success meaning, you could, I guess, set success at the pinnacle of winning a Super Bowl and that's it, like Super Bowl or bust, but I don't think the Niners are there. But if they get to this point, regardless of what happens beyond that, it's considered a good, solid, successful year for San Francisco.
Well, you might say that it's not Super Bowl or bust for the 49ers, but I think that organization, in their mind, that's their mentality.
Sure.
Right? That's why they brought back all these veteran players. That's why they signed veteran players that may have years on them, but also have that Super Bowl or Super Bowl caliber experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an interesting question because I think it could be answered differently from everyone. I would say from all the things that I see that the 49ers have done, and this is, again, is probably not what they're thinking, but my expectations for them, and if it didn't happen, it'd be very disappointing, was I think you do need to make a pretty decent run in the playoff. Like, I do. Playoffs, excuse me. Because if not, what was this all for? What was signing Mike Evans and bringing back some of these guys that you didn't necessarily have to bring back? And this might even not go to say that it's finished yet. Maybe they do bring in a Max Crosby or a Vita Vea and to more so fuel the whole expectations of getting to that point. I think for the organization, it's absolutely, we need to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree totally. I think that their mindset going into the season is definitely that they need to win a Super Bowl. But I think for fans, the expectations probably aren't set yet because they have so much cap space to work with. So they're probably going to make moves, which, to your point, the Vita Vea, bringing in Max Crosby, two options that they have there, and also injuries. I think that it's really hard to set expectations for the 49ers because they get crushed so suddenly over the past 5 years. And I think that that's when the real expectations start to build. Like, normally there's a couple injuries to really important players. And you're just like, okay, if they can do this, and it changes throughout the year. Like last year, you saw all the injuries happen not so much at once, but just over time. And you saw the expectations change as that happened and as Mac Jones started to play better. Like when Brock went down, I thought the season was over. Mac Jones came in and it was fine. They're like, okay, maybe you can make something happen here. Then you got all the defensive injuries and you're just like, oh, I don't know what they're going to do anymore. And it's hard to say exactly what fans should be expecting from them, but I think that you're absolutely right. The organization needs to expect to win a championship. That is, the Super Bowl is what they want.
Yeah.
And it's what they should want.
What they need.
Yes.
See, I disagree in a sense with both of you because, like, there's only one team in the NFL this year that I would put to where their season is only a success if they win a Super Bowl, and that's the LA Rams. I mean, the Rams have just been built to go all in for a championship. The 49ers, because of the situation that they're in with the roster that they've put together, I think they can have a successful season without winning a Super Bowl. If they win their division, I think that it's hard to not call that a successful season given how difficult this division is. Now and then they'd get to the playoffs, and if they win their division and then lose in the first round of the playoffs, I know people aren't going to feel very good about that, and they're certainly going to feel like that's a letdown. Of course, every team plays to win a Super Bowl. But I don't know if I would go as far as to say, like, the only way it's a successful season for the Niners, of course, their internal expectations are to win a Super Bowl, and rightfully so. But in my mind, I don't think it's an automatic failure of a season, or it's not a success, let's call it, if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl this year. If they make a deep playoff run and then they end up, let's say they lose in the NFC Championship game to the Rams, but they made a deep playoff run, to me I guess it matters on how they went out, but it would be hard right now to say that wasn't a successful season given the circumstances of what's in front of them.
What if they made those moves? Then would it be not successful? Like if they got Max Crosby or Vita Vea, like would that change your expectations?
I think it depends on how much they go all in.
Yeah.
If they completely say, like, future be damned, we're going for it, and they bring in a guy that's like a rental per se, and then that does matter. If they're in a position where the Super Bowl is theirs to win, and then they make a big move like that, and then they fall apart, okay, you blew it.
But I think in a way, the only reason why we're not maybe saying this, like the expectation is to win a Super Bowl, or if they don't win a Super Bowl, it's a major disappointment, is because they're in this division with the Seahawks and Rams. Because if it was a different division, and even at this point, without adding a guy like Max Crosby or Vita Vea, or using a little bit more of the money that they have available, I think we would be not hesitating to say it needs to be Super Bowl or bust. I truly think that is what we'd be saying. But I think because they're in this NFC West juggernaut, it's a little bit more of a like, well, if they don't win a Super Bowl, but they just make the playoffs, then that's still okay. But in their mind, they've been trying to do this for a minute now with this core. And I think they know the time's about up.
I feel like
this core.
The Niners were more Super Bowl or bust the year they made the Super Bowl than they are this year, in my opinion. I feel like. I agree with you that.
But then why wouldn't they just kind of start to go to revamp everybody? They could have started to go in a different direction with this team.
I think the path got a lot harder. It was to get, like, the thing standing in their way at that time was primarily the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, they were the best team in their division, and that, like, the Rams and Seahawks were good, but the Niners were the best team in the NFC West, and we knew it. Like, now, again, the Niners are probably supposed to be the third best team in the NFC West. So if they were to win 12 games
right,
and win their division outright, that's a really good season considering, and again, of course, what they do in the postseason matters, but just to say the Niners win their division, if I didn't give you any other context right now other than I can tell you the San Francisco 49ers are going to win the most difficult division in football and one of the most difficult divisions we've ever seen in the NFL, period. And the Niners will win it, including beating the Super Bowl champs and this Rams team with Myles Garrett. I think a lot of people would be saying, wow, that's a really, really, really impressive feat for the Niners.
But would 49ers fans be saying that? Because I think 49ers fans want one thing.
Well, yeah,
and they've wanted this one thing under who is supposed to be one of the best, if not the best coach in the NFL and Kyle Shanahan,
Right.
they want a Lombardi, and rightfully so, because I'm not saying this is the team to do it. I think it's betting on the injuries, and this is always I wish we could talk about. There's one thing: death taxes and 49ers injuries.
Yeah, you can't.
And you can't have a conversation without mentioning it.
Unfortunately.
And I wish that wasn't part of it, because I think then we would maybe be saying they're going for another Lombardi here in the last 10 years. But because this injury thing has played into it, it makes it the unknown that's kind of known. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to say. I think they should have the mindset, we need to go win a championship. And
I
think
agree.
Niners fans, that's what they want. But then it's like, but they get injured all the time. They're in the division of the NFC West.
I agree. You don't want to grade them on a curve. I agree 100% that they should have the expectation within those walls. And Kyle Shanahan, we know what he's after. They believe they're ready to compete for a title right now, not just their division. I just personally, I remember Giannis Antetokounmpo, after the Bucks were eliminated from the playoffs a couple of years ago, he had a really good press conference where he talked about what constitutes a failure of a season. We didn't win a championship. Does that mean the season was a failure? No. And he illustrated it really, really well. And that's always kind of stuck with me. And we could be saying two completely different things, or actually we could be saying the same thing just in different ways. Just because a successful season is winning the Super Bowl doesn't mean if they make it to the Super Bowl and lose, it's a failure, or they don't make it, it's a failure. It just depends on how the road goes. So,
Right.
I mean, I'll kind of turn the question on its head to both of you. You both think a successful season for the Niners is winning the Lombardi. Does that mean, in your mind, if they don't win a Super Bowl, that it's a failure of a year?
No.
Given the circumstances?
It's too hard
Because only one
to
team
win
can
a
do
championship.
Right.
Let's be honest. It's too hard. So you can't say it's a complete failure.
So what passes the failure threshold? What is the point? If they get past, then, well, it may not be a success, but it's not a failure.
I think it has to do with individual players' performance at times, where you're just we made a really big move to do this, or injuries are happening. Something happens with Pearsall where it's he's probably not going to come back. Those things constitute a failure to me, where it's we kind of put all of our eggs on this basket and it's not working out. If Stribling is awful, that's a failure immediately. That's the future piece that you had that was supposed to be laying the foundation for what happens after this current title window.
Sure.
Yeah, that's not great. I think that's a failure. Or Mike Evans doesn't, for some reason, just isn't good anymore. Random things like that, I think would be a failure. If things go to plan, kind of, and structurally the team works, it's just they can't beat some better teams. Then that is just how football works.
That's pretty much what it is, because my whole thing is they believed primarily in one thing headed into this season: keeping the core together, keeping the band together, whatever you want to say it.
Yep.
If that does not work because of the most, obvious reason would be injuries because of age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they've just aged out and maybe they're just not the same player. If that does not work with primarily the core just not being what they needed to be, that's a failure. But you're right, Anthony. If they make it with this core doing a good job of staying healthy and being productive, and it just happens to be on that given night they're not the better team on the field, then it's okay. It's hard to win a championship. But they bet on this core to stay healthy. They brought in older players. If they don't do what they need to do, that is a failure.
I do agree. They didn't keep this group together just because they're all friends and they like this group. They kept this group together because they believe it's good enough to topple the other two juggernauts in this division. Which is why, to me, I think making the playoffs as a wild card team but losing in the first round, failure.
Mm-hmm.
Winning the division, though, even if they lost in the first round, I think winning the division, it'd be very difficult for me to constitute a failure of a season given how difficult I think that task is going to be.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where the line is for me. If you can win this division, then we'll see what shakes out in the playoffs, because you might win the division and in the first round you might get a division opponent. You might have to face the Seahawks again or the Rams again. You just don't know how everything's going to shake out. But I also do think the winner, well, actually, I don't know this for certain. You'd like to believe like the winner of the NFC West is the best team in the NFC, but because the NFC West might be a bloodbath, they might not be the number 1 seed because a team who wins another division who has a better record because they don't have to play the NFC West might be the number 1 seed because of that.
That's probably what's going to happen, honestly.
So
like
too.
the Eagles might be the number 1 seed over the Niners or the Rams or the Seahawks because those 3 teams have to play each other. Well, the Eagles play the Niners too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get the point. All right, what about Raiders? A successful and a failure of a season for the Raiders.
What were games won last year? How many?
Was it 4?
4 or 3?
I think it was 4.
Was it?
Could be wrong. Let me double check. I put it out of memory. The 3 and 14.
Okay.
Yes, 3 and 14. Same with the Titans.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was 3. I was like, I think they had the same record. Okay. For the Raiders, it's a little easier.
Yes.
First of all, I do believe if you can try to double the wins. Let's start there. If you can try to double the amount of wins.
6.
And I know it's not a lot, but we're taking baby steps here.
Yep.
Double the amount of wins. I think at some point getting Fernando Mendoza out there.
Yep.
So getting him ready before the end of the season. I do not want to see Kirk Cousins start the whole season. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's good for your rookie to just sit on the bench the whole season. I think at some point for him to get off the bench is going to be productive for your young rookie quarterback. I think it's fine they're starting Kirk Cousins. No problem. I get that line right and then start Mendoza, but you do need to start him at some point and then you need to see him progress, down the stretch.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me with the Raiders, double up your wins, start your rookie quarterback at some point. And I think the other thing is just to see actual progression throughout the season.
Yes.
That's huge. So they could start with like some more losses than wins, but down the stretch you start to see those wins or you start to see them sneak out close games. That then shows true development.
It's funny
of a team.
You can almost copy and paste so much of what I say about the Sacramento Kings and this season for the Kings and apply it right to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Like number 1 for me is do not waste your time. This season is progress.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to grow. And what I want by week 18, when the Raiders are jogging off the field after a win or a loss going into the offseason, because on week 18, they're going to know they're done. They're going to know week 18 is going to be their last game, unless we're all surprised, which would be wonderful. But week 18 is likely their last game. You're jogging off the field, and you're going into the offseason with optimism that this was a good year, good building blocks, good step forward. We're ready to work our ass off this summer, get better, and next year will be even better. Like, that's the feeling that I want all of Raiders Nation, whether it's the fan base, the organization, the locker room, the coaching staff. I want everybody to jog off the field on week 18 and feel like there was tremendous progress made. And by that, I mean, okay, you have Kirk Cousins here to give Fernando Mendoza the time that he needs to get ready. Well, that time can't be all 18 weeks. But when Fernando Mendoza is ready, then he's freaking ready.
Right.
And that also means that Fernando's weapons are ready. Fernando's offensive line is ready. His defense is ready. And ready doesn't mean winning every single game and locking everybody down, but just ready to kind of click. Just show us progress. Give us something on both sides of the ball to be excited about and not. It's fitting that the Raiders fan section's called the black hole because the Raiders every single year have had a black hole with some element of this roster that you can't just avoid staring at and going, we're nowhere close to addressing that. Get rid of the black holes.
Offensive line.
Yes, exactly. By week 18, jog off the field knowing we have things that we can improve and we're going to improve this roster. But God, we made a lot of progress this year. That to me is a success.
I totally agree with you. The way that I've always thought about rebuilding teams in almost every sport is when you're at the very bottom, you need to start addressing this type of stuff that like an ESPN article is trying to, or like one of the lower thirds on TV where you need to make it so that conversation is ridiculous, where it's like, do they have their quarterback of the future? At a certain point, that conversation gets ridiculous.
Yep.
Is their offensive line ready? You need to make those conversations like obvious. We just need a little bit of a direction in any way. Where do you need to get better? Where are your strengths? Who are going to be the weapons for Fernando? I think that's something that should be absolutely addressed. They should experiment a lot with a lot of different routes. And yeah, if he plays, I think that's just it. You just need to see any kind of progress from all aspects of that team, honestly.
Show some star power too. And that's not just Fernando, but when Fernando plays, make some big passes, make some big plays where like, there it is.
Take a risk.
Have Brock Bowers explode or have a massive game. Genty have a 200-yard game.
That's the other thing, as you just brought up Genty. Genty was almost like a not known factor there last year because of the because of the offensive line. That part too. So I need to see, because I'm assuming with the getting better, it starts up front. I always say this, and so that line needs to improve, and you've got a big, part of that in the middle with Linderbaum now. So I think as the line improves, I think Ashton Genty will improve, and so I want to see progress from Genty. He's really talented.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we're going to see it from Jeremiah Love this season in Arizona too. We're just not going to see much of him or see, I think, what we need to see out of him.
Yeah.
We need to see more out of Genty this year.
And then I want to see Max Crosby on the freaking warpath.
Yeah.
Everybody in his way, sorry, he's pissed off.
For sure.
For two reasons. One, because it'll be fun to watch. And two, because it'll keep that value as high as the Raiders want it to be to ultimately either cash in on moving on from him or knowing they've got their long-term star defensive end there, and they can just sit on it comfortably.
Yeah.
Like that's another element of it too. My name is Dej in the YouTube comment section says, how does it feel to be a Kings and Raider fan? Well, my wife knows I'm loyal.
That's for sure,
that's
man.
all I got.
Right?
Add A's to that mix. I don't know what winning means.
Well, hopefully one day.
But I have fun.
You do.
This is the year, Fernando Mendoza. Listen, Fernando Mendoza doesn't have to play the first 8 weeks. They'll be 0-8. Then he can play the other 9 weeks, and they'll finish their season 9-8.
By the way,
no problem.
I know we're about to go to break. I didn't even see this. I guess there's a new expansion team in the WNBA.
Oh.
Should we do that when we get back?
Sure. Plus clutch points NBA power rankings. I did not see this.
Yeah.
Cool. WNBA expansion plus clutch points NBA power rankings. Where the Kings fall on that? Are they at the bottom? I haven't looked yet. We'll see, but I can guess they're going to be pretty darn low. It's Matt and Kayla before crosstalk with Alan Stiles and the Drive Guys later on in just a little bit. It's Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wands at the ready, baseball fans. It's Harry Potter night with the Sacramento River Cats on Saturday, August 22nd at Sutter Health Park. Step into a night of magical fun, themed excitement, and River Cats baseball. Don't miss the magic. Get your tickets now at rivercats.com.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music, and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
So your power's out at your house?
So I first figured this out because I was going to my Furbo because I haven't heard any updates from Red in a while. Usually he's like taking a selfie or, he's getting up and stretching or something. And I'm like, well, what's going on? So I go to connect to Furbo and it's disconnected. Oh. And I'm like, why is Furbo disconnected? Well, then I got that dreaded Xfinity update that we are sorry, but there seems to be a power outage in your area and we don't know when it will be back up working. Great.
That's how you read your Xfinity notifications?
Yeah, because they're annoying. And I just went to go get groceries, which
the fridge.
Far and few between. And if that fridge just, is not, it's hot in there.
It is hot.
And that's what I'm worried about. Because the minute that the power goes out, it's like 100 and something degrees out there. So I got to be getting home right after the show, figure out what's going on. And then I got an appointment too.
Oh, babe.
Yeah, so it's not good.
What a day. My son had a dentist appointment this morning, had to get his first filling today.
That's not fun.
How'd
it go?
Well, my son does not like being worked on at all. And he, even when you have to wrap him up in a towel or something, he does not like being confined at all. So that we went right to doing the nitrous gas or whatever, the laughing gas to kind of relax him.
That's funny.
Apparently he did great.
Yeah, of course.
He's got the sunglasses on, all kicked back, happy little guy.
You know what's funny about
that? Gas doesn't work on me, by the way.
The smelly nose thing that you get at
doesn't work on me.
Is that the one that it knocks you out, right?
No.
Oh, that's not.
It just relaxes you. And it works in the sense that it makes me giggle. Because I need it. I get super anxious at the dentist because of past trauma.
Yeah, I get
stuff
it.
As a kid.
I don't like the dentist either.
But I'm still very, very, very aware of everything. The brain, my brain is still this sucks, but my body's whoo. That's that's nitrous with me.
What do they do when they take your molars out? Because that's a painful situation.
Wisdom teeth?
Yeah, wisdom teeth.
They knock you out.
They put me out.
So that's the anesthesia, I guess.
Well, some people stay awake during that, which is psychotic.
Yeah, I've heard people who've had that.
I ain't doing that. So I remember when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, you guys, I was young. And I think I've done this too when I had my wrist surgery and hernia surgery. But when I woke up, I guess like I was just, free speaking, which I do a lot anyway.
Oh, those are the best videos.
Free speaking in a way that I shouldn't be free speaking. And I remember the molar situation in particular. I guess the dentist was kind of cute. And I was like,
took a shot?
Yeah, but I was like young. What am I thinking?
You're like 12.
Yeah. I'm like,
oh.
And I was like saying something about the dentist being cute, like is like a cute butt or something. And my mom told me I said this, and I was so embarrassed.
Oh, it's not on video?
Someone's butt?
She didn't get it on video.
Boring. No, those are great videos.
Mine was on video the whole time, but it was just me saying, "Stop recording me."
Oh, really?
In the back of the seat, because my sister got it done first, so we recorded her, and she said some crazy stuff. I don't remember what it was, but she said a bunch of it. She reads books. She thought that people were real. It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mine's not. My brother-in-law has a hilarious story of when he had to have surgery, and they had to use a more amount of anesthesia than they thought because he was not succumbing to it.
Oh, really?
And so he was having a joyride. Let's just put it that way.
Damn.
But when I came out of my wisdom teeth surgery, I don't know if I was dreaming about winning the Super Bowl or whatever, but Gatorade bath was on my mind.
What?
So there was a cup of water next to me, and I went and dunked it on my head and went, woo!
You did not. That is
Woo!
so. That is.
You just wanted to do that.
Yeah, they're probably like, "What is this guy?"
It was like a little.
It's got to be so fun to be the nurse or doctor when you wake up from that stuff.
Well, the only thing that I remember about my wisdom teeth thing was they did the whole, as soon as they put the anesthesia in, they're like, count down from 10. I was like, and I remember just staring out the window going, all right, 10, 9, 8, 7, bam, I
out.
was awake. Then I
You
was
were awake?
awake and out. No,
You
an
were,
hour,
yeah.
2 hours later.
Oh.
That's the next thing I remember.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
I was counting down and then it was over. I was like, whoa. I felt like I got teleported.
Have you guys had surgery? One more thing before we get. I know that we promised we'd get to this news. Have you guys had surgery on anything?
Yes.
Just
Okay.
the wisdom teeth.
Okay. So when you have surgery and you get
Cold as hell, by the way. Sorry.
yeah, when you get I had a screw in my wrist, right? So when they put me under, they had to put a screw in my wrist. And so I did not hear this till afterward, by the way. They told me that they put in the original screw and realized it was not the right size.
Yeah.
So they told me that they had to make a call. Do we have enough time to put this other screw in?
Hell yeah. Race it.
Or do we risk her waking up from surgery? Are you kidding me?
Grey's Anatomy plot.
I would have punched someone out.
So what you didn't know is there was a designated nurse with a shovel. And if you started to come
for real.
bong,
Yeah.
just knock her right back
And
out.
I heard that story and I about crapped my pants.
I think I told you the story of when I broke my arm, right?
No.
I never told you the story?
Well, if you did,
I broke my arm
I'll
in the
be
manliest
refreshed.
way possible. I fell in a corn maze.
Oh, you did
Were
tell me
you
you fell
running?
Yeah, I was running in a corn maze.
He was fighting the corn.
Children of the corn in there. You don't know.
Okay.
I was just trying to do it fast, and I tripped and I broke my arm.
You
I
said
broke my
how
wrist.
you broke
But
it.
I didn't have any swelling, so I didn't go to the hospital for 3 days.
Yeah.
And my mom sent me to school, and I was like, Mom, this still hurts. So then we finally went and got an x-ray done, and yep, turns out you're broken your wrist. Here's the problem, though. It reset incorrectly over the
That's
3 days that you
disgusting.
didn't come in. So they had
Re-break
to
it.
re-break
Oh,
my
God, no.
arm.
Nah.
And they pulled my mom to the side.
Oh, God.
And they go, listen, we can either have him go to the hospital and knock him out to re-break this arm,
Oh.
or we can do it right now and not tell him.
Oh, my gosh.
And so my mom
Not tell him?
My mom said, just do it now. So I don't know what's coming. So the doctor comes up and the nurse is by my legs.
Oh, my God.
And the doctor comes up and is holding my arm and
That's crazy.
and talking to me, trying to get me distracted.
This makes me want to vomit.
And then he goes,
ah!
And he snapped my wrist. He re-broke it right where the fracture was. I kicked this nurse in the chin so
You did?
hard.
She was in the way. That's not
no,
your fault.
Her job was to retrain.
Damn, that's a deadly job.
And my foot, pow, right up into her chin. That sucked.
Your mom.
Well, my mom's a former paramedic, so my mom's like, I don't care. Just
She's like,
get
yeah,
it done.
do it. I'm not going to pay for him to go under.
My mom is the epitome of like, rub some dirt in it.
Yeah, my foot was broken for 2 weeks before my mom was
Ew.
like, she's like, it's not broken. You would know that you broke it. But I had like a bunch of stress fractures because like I would play basketball and I used to skateboard and I would scooter everywhere. So like everything was just like hitting concrete with my foot.
Yep.
So I had crazy stress fracture and I'm like, my foot hurts. And it was 2 weeks. And then finally we went to the doctor and I had to be in a cast for a while.
Yeah.
Foots would stink too.
Yeah.
Like literally both things. They would actually stink.
Period.
Dude, I know. When I got mine off, my wrists are already teeny tiny. I had like no wrist. It was like a bone.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. When you see it like atrophied, it's like, oh.
Because you don't use it
Yeah.
at all. And then you're like, oh gosh, that's
Getting a
disgusting.
cast taken off too is spooky because they have a little saw.
Yeah.
You're like,
Mhm.
don't kill me. When my son got his cast off, he was like super chill about it. Like, what are you talking about? There's a saw near you. He's like, whatever.
I think when they're kids, it's less, agonizing.
Yeah, when my son broke his arm, man, kids' recovery is insane.
Yep.
Dude broke his arm, and within 3 weeks, cast was off. He was fine. I'm like, what the hell? I got a stuffy nose. I'm down for a week, as you saw.
Exactly.
Anyway,
well,
WNBA expansion.
I was thinking of a good.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I can't
Segue.
think of one.
Come on, give us one. Bada bing.
Who's breaking hearts up in Cleveland in terms of their
Grand
next
segue,
their next
Kayla.
team? Because that's all they do up there.
Break hearts?
Yeah, like they break the hearts of their fans because they never win anything.
They won. LeBron gave it to them. The Browns suck.
And Cleveland took them to a World Series, but they
Guardians.
didn't win that.
That's true.
They should have. I wanted them to win so bad.
All right.
Anyway, so the Cleveland Sirens, yeah.
So what? Did you have this? I didn't see this.
Yeah, I saw it on social media. I actually was up here and it said breaking news, and I was watching the TV earlier on ESPN, and I guess they announced it on that, but it didn't click with me. And then I just saw it on social media here. Breaking news that they are the Cleveland Sirens. Now, I believe the Sirens, I'm trying to get with what this is. It's like a...
Not as cool as the...
Did you see it? It's like a...
Sirens are like from the Odyssey,
They're like a
aren't they?
mermaid?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sirens are from the Odyssey,
Which is
where
kind of cool.
they would sing and draw you in, and then they would pull you beneath the water and drown you.
That sounds about right.
Beautiful.
Because they've got the river there that's not too appeasing. It went on fire back in the day.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not the
yeah.
safest river.
Yeah. The whole thing lit on fire.
But it's a rip.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Don't ask.
No further questions, Your Honor. Yikes.
Ay.
Well, good for them.
Sirens are cool. That's a cool name. The Sirens.
I think it's cool too.
The
Bring back the
Valkyries.
Monarchs. That's all I have to say.
Oh.
I agree.
Yeah,
but-
right?
I agree, but it ain't happening, man.
Didn't you guys support him pretty well?
Yeah.
They were great here.
I still have merch from like my mom's
That
stuff.
stinks
Like
you guys lost
it-
them.
we
only,
loved them.
Only title we have.
And it's because the Maloofs, that whole thing.
I think it was a WNBA thing, right? Like they just
Mixture.
Most of the WNBA teams kind of just disappeared at a certain point.
They kind of folded, yeah, because there's not.
I did not realize that. So the WNBA kind of had a rebirth.
Yeah.
Well, very much so.
Yeah.
We're in the WNBA
rebirth, yeah,
renaissance
for
right now.
sure.
Yeah, and the Golden State Valkyries are doing so
Oh
phenomenally
yeah, they're
well.
doing really well.
Shout out the Sirens. I hope they do well in Cleveland. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
The
a good
pro
name.
team there.
We're getting good and nice and creative with team names, and I like this. You can tell
Same here.
millennials are making the decisions.
Well, I don't get why there's sirens in Cleveland though. They have a river, but like sirens are like, I don't know.
What would you have done
for Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go back to the drawing board. I don't have an idea. What does Cleveland have?
I mean, the river's right there. It's cold.
Oh, it's because of the Cavaliers. They're like pirates, right? That's what a Cavalier is.
No, it's cavalry.
Like the old.
It's like a horse.
Yeah.
Then what's the
horseman?
I just saw the sword, so I just assume they look like pirates.
No, it's like an old. It's like old.
So what's the connection with the sirens?
I think
cool name.
like the river.
Female
I mean,
monster?
having some sort of a water there. The
guess.
water.
The mermaids.
I mean, they can. Nowadays, you put them anywhere. Live in the body of water. You never knows what's...
Mermaids?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Why not?
Like
You're
a
right.
shark. Sometimes they find themselves to fresh body.
What did you just say?
Didn't they catch
So the shark sometime to find itself a fresh body.
I'm so tired,
I just watched
y'all.
you blue screen. That's what I just
No, what was it a whale that got in the Sacramento?
Yes,
Yeah, but
river?
Sacramento's not
Whales.
that far from the ocean.
Ooh, the Sacramento Sirens would have hit.
Ooh.
But Monarchs was cool.
I still would have said that didn't work here.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's got to be like some like Maine team, like something that's or like Boston would have to be like the Sirens.
Why?
Because it's like I don't know, like a port city. I feel like makes sense. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is normal.
It's still water.
They used to have a WNBA team. It was called the Cleveland Rockers.
Why were they the Rockers? They were a bunch of grannies.
No idea, but honestly, why'd they change the name? I don't get the Sirens.
Cleveland Rockers. We wear granny panties.
Oh, jeez.
It's got to be like a stand-in name.
I like the Cleveland Sirens. I think it's cool. Anthony, you're poo-pooing it.
I just want to know why. If they can tell me why, then I'll accept it. I'm pretty easy to please.
I think maybe they found a mermaid in the river.
Okay, I'd accept
You
that
know?
explanation.
It's dirty river.
Plenty of food.
Yeah.
You're starting to sound like Charles Barkley with Galveston, Texas.
I know.
This is Kayla's Galveston.
Ramsey just said there was a women's professional football team in Sacramento called the Sirens. So there already was a Sacramento
see?
Sirens.
Oh, see, they do live in the river then.
Oh, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland.
That's- Yeah, it's
Ramsey
really
is a
cool.
contributor right now. That was 3 in a row from Ramsey.
Way to go,
Shout out
Ramsey.
See, that's something that Kayla would do. Siren,
What?
a siren is a spirit animal of one Kayla Anderson. She'll sing to draw you in and then drown you. Why is Michael Jackson coming from the river? Just kills you. Anyway. Hey, that was a segment. Why did Gleason still on vacation in Hawaii? Hopefully avoiding the
Maybe,
sirens
yeah.
out there in the ocean.
There's probably a lot of them there.
But Alan Stiles is here, and he joins us next for a little crosstalk. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman's stainless steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Whether it's date night, family night, or buddy night, Hagen Oaks has a bay for you. Reserve one of 3 top tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. through HagenOaks.com, and only those 3 bays are reservable. The rest of the driving range is still open for walk-ups. Play golf on world-famous courses while the kids try interactive games. Head to the Hangout for great food, cold drinks, and live sports on the TVs. Add monthly live music and putting tournaments, and you've got more than a driving range, you've got a night out. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Swing by and swing away.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go.
Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Alev's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Alan Stiles comes into the room and sees us watching the hype video
and
for
it's
the
cool.
the Cleveland Sirens. And what does he share with us?
Yeah, what'd you say, Alan?
I got a thing for Sirens.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you said. You said they'd work on you. A singing voice from the water. You're following
I mean, what
it.
can I say? What can I
He's
say?
got a thing for sirens.
But here's my thing. Can somebody help me?
No.
The body of water, is it like Lake Michigan?
Let me get the exact name of
the
it.
Sirens.
Lake Erie?
Yeah, Erie. But isn't that Michigan? Or is that Ohio? Where are these sirens at?
I'm from California.
Apparently, this is like an important thing. Someone in chat, Martin Ramirez in chat, gave me the whole rundown because I was very critical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's a whole legend there.
It is Lake Erie.
Apparently.
So
there's
Lake
a spirit
Erie
of the siren.
In Lake Erie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me makes no sense.
touches Ohio.
But
it's like the Loch Ness Monster thing.
Okay.
But sirens.
Hey, I'm in. I guess I got to take a trip out there then.
Sounds like
it is a creepy river, though. Or, sorry, creepy body of water, lake. There's a river there, too, I think, somewhere around there.
Whenever there's a lot of fog above a body of water, it's always kind of trippy.
Yeah.
But a singing voice out there, you're in?
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, on TikTok, you'll get sucked those kind of AI videos, and they'll be about any type of sci-fi, Loch Ness Monster, sirens.
Like a legend.
It's like supposedly this famous sailor or whatever. Like there was proof of sirens, but they're really more creepy looking than they appear on movies, and I just don't believe that. I don't believe.
You think they're prettier in person?
I think I'd like to find out.
Yeah.
Would you ever like willingly sail in the Bermuda Triangle?
Oh my God.
Would you ever willingly do it?
would?
Yeah, I watch all this stuff.
There is a large contingency of people that are all about it. And I will say I've watched Bermuda Triangle like documentaries about ghost ships and stuff like that. It's compelling as hell, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I
interesting.
love that kind of
I'm
stuff.
all in. Bermuda Triangle, Denver Airport. I'm all in.
Oh,
What's
because
happening
Illuminati?
at Denver Airport?
You don't know Denver
Illuminati.
Airport?
Very long wait lines.
Yeah.
Security.
Down below.
Okay. No. Go Google Denver Airport. That's all I got for you.
Your luggage didn't make it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Your luggage ended up somewhere all right. A lot of interesting structures and a lot of pathways and hallways and levels that don't make a lot of sense. I mean, it's
The Winchester
captivating.
Mystery House?
Oh, I need to go there too.
I don't know
need to
that
go
one.
there too.
Would you go through like I've thought about this. There's a movie theater that I used to go to a lot in, I think it's Roseville by like the Auto Mall, and it's closed down now.
Okay.
And like going through an old closed down like abandoned movie theater or something like that.
I love that
would be
kind of
something that would be
stuff.
super. I think would be super fun to do like at nighttime. So
Yeah.
I've always wanted like
They
I gotta
do
find
that
a
on
I have
AI.
I have different lines, just straight up creepy stuff is one thing.
Just, like,
but if we're talking
exploring
about
something?
other dimensions, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Oh, you don't like creepy stuff? Because I like going on TikTok and I see those like people who, it's AI, but it's the abandoned structures.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to go in the
Yeah, I don't
abandoned
need to go in
structure.
there. But if it can take me to another
I would
dimension.
for sure do an
Like,
exploration.
like
of an
when they
abandoned
shut down eventually, what's the hotel in Las Vegas that's the big pyramid?
Luxor?
Like
Wait,
I think
they're shutting that
I think
down?
eventually they're going to, yeah.
Well, then they just destroy it and build a new thing.
No, but I want them to leave it open for a while because that one is said to be haunted.
That's prime territory.
It's one of my favorites.
And it's said, they used to have a river that went through it. They used to have, they used to have a river that went
They're
through.
getting rid of all these places, man.
I know.
Rebuild.
This is
Circus
ticking me
Circus,
off.
haunted.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, did anybody here see? I finally saw Obsession. Did anybody
I
see
did
it?
watch
Yes,
it.
so
yeah,
good.
that is
Very
creepy.
good. Yeah, I wouldn't categorize it as horror
No.
personally, but
Just-
it was really good.
It does have
Just
some
creepy.
pretty
It's creepy.
gnarly moments where
Yeah.
just stuff just starts happening.
I like watching you sleep.
Yeah, when she's
Yeah.
standing in the corner and you can't see her, and then all of a sudden she just goes
What would you classify it as if not horror?
like
It's a creepy
It's a thriller.
it's a
A
suspense, a suspense thriller.
I've seen much creepier
Yeah.
movies or shows that were not categorized as horror.
Well,
Right.
It takes a turn towards the
Towards
end.
the
with
end.
a
Oh, yeah.
particular scene in the front
Yes.
seat of a car.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's crazy.
It's horror. It's a scary movie, but I don't know. Horror to me these days gets down. And the way everybody was talking about it, I thought it was going to be scary. I think it was more about it was a good movie
Yeah.
versus it was,
Well, the
'Cause
it's
it was
not
low budget
what's
movie
the
to
ones
make.
out there. It wasn't The Conjuring
No.
or Sinister
it's like the
or
fifth,
anything like that.
The fifth highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Well, like I didn't think Sinners was very Sinners
I've
wasn't
still not seen
scary
that,
at
which
all.
I need
No,
to see.
Sinners,
Sinners was not a
Sinners
horror.
isn't scary. Sinners is like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
But the other ones that are out that I didn't see because everyone's talking about all the scary movies, like I didn't see Weapons. I know that's
Okay.
actually
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, and
Weapons is hilarious too. No, it's
Anthony.
it's like I'm not. That's not like a
Anthony's
contrarian
like, I was
opinion.
laughing the whole
Anthony
time.
likes
Anthony-
Weapons
murderous
is funny.
children, apparently.
yeah, Anthony. What do you mean? It's funny.
Have you've seen it?
It's
No,
like
I haven't.
okay, I get what you're saying. It's like there is an underlying like
There's comedic
humor
timing.
to it.
Like it's a funny
It's
movie.
weird. You should watch it because you'd think that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
not like
that's-
me being contrarian. I promise other people think that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
that's actually true.
Now, all I know is I saw some clips from Welcome to Derry.
What is that?
The
The
It one
it's
on
the
HBO.
TV show.
Yeah, man.
The clown.
No, you ain't doing it?
I saw It.
It Chapter
It
1 is
is
the highest
scary.
grossing horror movie ever, like 800 million.
Chapter 2, we started it, and it wasn't even a scary thing. It's just I don't need 2.5 hours. I don't need this.
Well, have you read it?
I have not.
So it's a phenomenal book.
Well, yeah.
Phenomenal novel, but
Stephen King.
so it Chapter 1 and it Chapter 2 separates what happens simultaneously in the book. So it Chapter 1 is the kids, and then Chapter 2 is when they were adults and come back.
Oh.
But that's happening simultaneously in the book, the way it's written. You'll get
I
the
see.
flashbacks
Oh.
and the current kind of.
Yeah, I saw a couple scenes there.
Return to Derry.
There's a good one out right now on Apple, based off of the book and the movie Cape Fear. And
Oh,
it's
we
a
just finished
series.
that.
Oh, you did. You didn't like it.
It got people were not
Towards
happy
the end,
with
I
the
didn't
end.
like. I didn't like the end.
Yeah, we watched it.
The beginning
though.
was really good.
The beginning was good, and then about
I just finished
3
it
episodes
last night.
left. We thought, where are we going?
What about
here?
the Scorsese movie? Like
That-
the
it
Robert
was-
De Niro
That's
one.
what.
That was it. It was Scorsese and Spielberg.
Yeah, they did this series too.
No, I mean like the one with Robert De Niro is instead of Javier Bardem. Like there's an old movie.
Oh, the movie's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Have you
see
seen
that
it?
one.
Yeah,
You
the
should watch
movie's
it.
good.
It's really
The series started good.
Yeah, and then it went.
And then it kind
Amy Adams was great.
Yeah,
but
she's always good.
Scariest
That's about it.
scariest movie of all time for me is Insidious. The first Insidious is scary.
Yeah.
When I saw that the first time, it freaked me out.
Yeah,
It's such
Obsession
a good
wasn't
movie.
horror like that.
No. Obsession was fun.
Yeah.
When she does the smile and her whole.
I never saw Smile, speaking of.
Oh, that
I know
was-
those
that
are scary.
one's not very scary.
Looks creepy.
That one's it's
Anybody
creepy.
smiles like that is, I'm out.
Yeah.
Can I
No,
do it?
thank you. You're doing it now. All right. Oh, yeah. I got goosebumps. Great.
Kayla doesn't need to be in a horror movie to kill you. She'll just kill you immediately. She'll do it anyway. She'll smile at you, hit you with a golf club like you're a goose. Day 2 of No Whitey Gleason in Hawaii.
gosh.
So Alan Stiles is here with Jay Johnson, the Drive Guys. Coming up next, Kayla and I will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.